I can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
phones on your bed are turning my blood into children of dark.
Salute, and welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now, so we're getting deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got another barn burner of a broadcast here tonight. We are going to cover a range of issues that need to be spoke on in the current news cycle that affect Black America. I mean, look, from time to time, I'll be thinking that, okay, we get certain things covered. We can cover some lighter topics, get into some things that, you know, may not be as serious, but there's just certain things, family, I'm like, okay. Just when I thought that I was going to be able to take my foot off the throttle for a minute, now we got to go all gas and no brakes. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here tonight. Oh, yes. We're going to address all of the fuckery that Democrat Party got going on. We're going to check all of them, okay? We're going to make sure we get all this straight across the board because let me be clear. Yes, there are many brothers and sisters covering these specific subjects and topics. But I'm going to say this, okay? And I'm speaking for myself. I don't tell anyone else how to run their platforms. When it comes to addressing certain issues of disrespect towards Black America as a whole, certain statements need to be made with kid gloves off, okay? And that's where I come in, all right? So that's what we're going to be doing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, look, let me tell you something. With everything that we're going to review here tonight, I'm pretty sure that you're going to agree with my assessment here in the opening statement that I'm making on this broadcast here tonight, because one thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to keep pushing towards our people, you have to know when to draw the line when someone has disrespected you and stop trying to be cordial and let these people know that, okay, now this is a bridge too far. We finna go into some other territory. In other words, like we say here in the South, we'll put it in a language that you can understand. That's what we're going to do here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Let me scroll up, read my esteemed guests, and make sure I see everybody in the chat room. I see BR Legend in here. Silla T is in the house. I see Joe 32. What's going on? My good brother Bruce is in here. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Yeah, to the free rebels. We're going to break down the difference between broken slaves and free rebels over tonight. I see the good brother Black Truth United. That's what's happening, young man. Get that paper. Get it. Seven Skills is in the building. I see my good brother Hot One is here. The brilliant librarian, Patricia Jenkins. I see D Shep is in here. Salute to you, good sister. Let's see, Tanisha Murdoch is in here. I don't miss anybody. I see B1 Satin Doll in here. My good brother Lee Holmes is in here. Derek Parker, I see you. Let's see, Noah Randall is in here. Let's see, Only Pamela's Way. Devin Haley. Don Zed is in the building. Salute and welcome to you and everyone in attendance tonight. And salute to the good brother Rashawn for the cash out. Thank you very much, my brother. People already showing love. Family, I saw somebody said, the intro said Children of the Chalk. Oh, yes, my brother Noah Round. I have a Children of the Chalk series on Patreon that I used to have on YouTube here. Hey, ask the family about that. Boy, they was losing their mind. I may bring some of those back to the main channel, but boy, I had the white supremacists crying about that. They ain't seen nothing yet, though, because we're going to pick that back up on Patreon. I might put a few of them back over here because y'all know when I go in, I was pulling their history from the past and putting it right in their faces and combining it with present day. Let me go ahead and say this while I'm speaking on that before we get started tonight. Let me say this blunt and no uncertain terms. I'm probably one of the only people with a platform you hear say it this way. When white supremacists or white supremacists adjacent people that kiss white ass knowing they're not even genetically white, I'm trying to talk crap about foundational Black American freedmen or own code none FBA brothers. You pull their history in present day and show how it correlates, and you present it in their face in a nice, neat little package and tell them, listen, humble yourself because you ain't shit. And I said that like it need to be said, okay? So now that we got that out the way, y'all know it's sponsor time. Oh, yes, it is indeed. Yeah. We gonna kick it off here with y'all favorite, one of y'all favorites. We got to talk about this club, okay? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The B.O.B. Club. Now, let me say something. I hope none of you in the chat room are in the B.O.B. Club because It's the Baby All Boys Club. And if you don't understand what kind of club that is, well, I'm going to let you find out because the head of the club is going to let you know.
Y'all want to act like y'all want a part of it? We greased up each other. Especially you, Will. I had you shiny, boy. You too, Cali. Baby All Boys, but I guess y'all forgot. We ripped each other apart at my party. Say I'm lying. Baby All and some rock and a little bit of Marvin Gaye make me feel like a man. Rose, you know you like Marvin Gaye. And not to mention you, Meat Mill. Trying to make it look like I'm the only one out here.
Rolling around with these bitches that don't even love me, they just want a part of my buzz. Tell my mama about it, but
You sounding like this shit is the wheel or something, like it's gonna change the world.
Look, man, I don't know about all that change the world shit, but what I do know is that they be going crazy over this, man. I'm telling you. And the bitches, oh Lord, the bitches, yo, they do anything for them.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get fucked. Straight up. There's a lot of fucking going on in the entertainment industry, the music industry. Everybody's getting caught up into something. I'm cured now, though, everybody. I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything is good.
Oh, you heard it from the diddler himself. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you heard what he said. He's cured now. You know, hey, you know, if he happened to beat this Fed case and the odds of that are not looking good, he said y'all can have him over for dinner. Is there anybody in the chat room that would be willing to have the diddler over to your dinner table? I just want to know. I mean, let me know. Can the diddler come to dinner? What about you, Patricia Jenkins? I know you be throwing down over there in Savannah. Hey, can he come to your table? What's up, Dad Miller TV? I see you. Yes, the new Jack City parody of Dad Miller TV. Look, let me tell y'all something. I have a whole host of new hilarious foolishness that I'm going to be presenting to y'all, boy. I'm going to make a lot of people mad. I mean, look, that's just what I do, okay? You know I don't be caring about who I make mad. Just know it's a lot more foolishness coming. So, yeah, that's just tip of the iceberg. Plus, some of this stuff, I'm going to remix it myself. I've been trying not to do this, but and unfortunately, some people have encouraged my pity. So I have to do what I have to do. So let me know now. Anybody going to invite the diddler to the table if he get out of here? You know what I'm saying? Because look, when he get out of there, man, he ain't eating like he want to. So y'all can cook him a good home-cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? You just better check him for some baby oil. You know, might be some action going on that you don't like, okay? Anyway, I digress. We finna get started getting down to business here tonight, family, because, oh, man, listen, dude. These damn Democrats and this Hindu bedwench here with her battle wash greens recipe, boy, they trying us in the ultimate way. I mean, they was disrespectful with Jim Crow Joe. If you don't know you can vote for me or Trump, you ain't black. Oh, boy, she taking it to the next level by cosplaying our lineage and acting like her history and her record doesn't exist. Oh, but we're going to prove how much of it does exist tonight. Yes, we are, because, see, first and foremost, let's go ahead and start with this. Oh, yeah, y'all. Y'all knew I was going to get on this crap. Oh, it wasn't no way in the world that I was not going to cover this on tonight's broadcast when I saw this foolishness. So with me, I always like to do a comparison. So now, all you shillbillies, okay, you Democrat shillbillies that, oh, y'all just don't want her in office because she a woman. You just don't like Democrats. Listen, I don't fuck with no politician that don't fuck with my people, okay? That's where I'm at with it. But see, for those of us with common sense, I don't know what fairy tale you Democrat shillbillies that's caping for a commandment, okay? I don't know what fairy tale world you live in, but those are my audience over here on the sound of my voice. The greater majority of them live in the real world, especially in Black America. Now, family, on the left is Kamami's supposed agenda for Black men, and on the right is her agenda for Latino men. Oh, we finna read through these real quick. We finna point out some key differences because, see, this right here, this type of disrespect, man, it will not be tolerated by those of us that have half a brain. And we're not talking to you goofies. In 2020, you sit up there and ran out here and put Joe Biden in office. We're going to get Trump out. Instead of getting something out the deal, cool, you want him out? Get something out the deal for the community. Nope, not you. You so afraid of the orange man getting in there that you just sold yourself out. And then 4 years later, you still hadn't learned nothing. Let me tell you something, man. Family, you better understand that these are the liabilities in society, okay? Yes, it's your right to vote for whoever you want to vote for, but damn it, shouldn't some common sense come in somewhere? After you do something and you see it doesn't work out, why would you ever repeat the same thing over and over expecting a different result? We all know that that's the definition of insanity, okay? So let's go ahead and read through the Harris-Walz policy. Kamala Harris will create an opportunity agenda for black men. Oh, shit. Do you mean the one that told us, I'm not going to do something against black people now? That one? Oh, wow, man, boy. You know, we got it all wrong. Let's read through this awesome agenda, family. Provide 1 million loans that are fully forgivable up to $20K for black entrepreneurs and others to start a business. Support education, training, and mentorship programs that lead to good paying jobs for black men. Oh, shit. Including pathways to become teachers. Okay. That's a good one right there, but we got to read on. She got some more for us, family. She's very generous, okay? We might even get a plate of Tub Wash Greens at the end of this. Protect cryptocurrency investments so black men who make them know their money is safe. Come back to that. Launch a national health initiative focused on the illnesses that disproportionately impact black men. And since she's so concerned about our health, because she wants to make sure we're good and healthy. This last one here. Legalize recreational marijuana and create opportunities for black Americans to succeed in this new industry. Well, she told us, didn't she, family? Oh, all this time we said she didn't have an agenda for black men? Damn. Boy, she got us told. Now, let me cut the crap and let's break this bullshit down. First of all, bitch, and I'm going to keep calling the bitch. I don't care who don't like that. You better get used to it. This ain't the channel for you. I don't sugarcoat that shit. I do not coddle and respect my fucking enemies. She's been an enemy to the entire community, and I don't give a damn if it was Democrat, Republican. I'm going to call you out your name, and I'm going to call you a lot more than that. And I'm going to make sure that my community understands what a threat you are. So let's just go ahead and get that straight. Now, this bag of dog shit is talking about providing 1 million loans that are fully forgivable up to $20K. No, bitch. How about grants? You know, kind of like you doing for these illegal aliens whose ass is not supposed to be here, mooching off our tax dollars. How dare you bring your raggedy shoe-face ass over to my people and tell us you gonna give us loans? Then I'm gonna be honest with you. The other thing I don't like about this, don't get me wrong, I see what they was trying to do, but when you address black America, address us as a whole. What you separating black men and black women for? Oh, no, we ain't done yet. So to support education, training, mentorship programs, we already do that amongst each other anyway, because we in a system where these people don't give us nothing and we got to be twice as good to get half as much or a quarter of as much, okay? So we already got the mentorship and everything going on in our community, all right? If you really was serious about that, asshole, Commandment, you and the Democrat Party and Tampon Tim, let me tell you what you jackasses would do. You would say, okay, if you really want that to be something that's across the board and definitely benefit black people, put the damn trades, the skilled trades back in the public school system. Oh yeah, I ain't done cooking tonight. Oh, we are just getting started. This next one here, protect cryptocurrency investments so black men who make them know their money is safe. Asshole, anybody, any black man that's into cryptocurrency, we know how the system works. We don't need you to hold our hand with no fucking investment we making. I'll tell you what you can do. Never mind the cryptocurrency. Let's talk about this paper. You want to protect our investments? Okay, cool. Make sure that you enforcing these discrimination laws when it comes to us actually going out and getting loans or grants or qualifying for certain things. Right now, our good brother Tariq Nasheed has a hidden history museum over there, an institution that the people help him fund and build. That brother can't get no funding for that. And that's by design. Not only that, look, I'm going to call some names here tonight. You say that you want to help black men. Never mind the cryptocurrency. Let's talk this business paper, policy and paper, okay? Let's talk that. My good brother Philip Scott over there at the African Diaspora News Channel. Excellent journalist. Many other people are employed under him. If you was concerned about that, wait, why aren't you reaching out to people? See, that's another thing, too, that I don't like about this type of stuff. I don't care which politician does it, Democrat or Republican. I don't need you to just stick something on the damn website. Watch where I'm finna go with this. And y'all can feel free to use this because see over here, when I drill down on something, I try to give it to you in a way where you can present this back at these people that's coming in your faces where you shame them or force them to talk business or get out your face. When it comes to all these proposals and policies, you see the same way, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, you see the same way that every time you go on any internet site, your TV, whatever, they sending you all these ads from both political parties. Don't send all these ads to people, or if you're gonna do that, apply the same effort that you put in your advertising for your political campaign to getting your funky ass out going door to door and letting us know about all these wonderful things. Why don't you have somebody come to the black community saying, hey, where are the black entrepreneurs at? We got some funding for you over here. All we need you to do is sign the paperwork. How about you get busy doing that? See, you can't come to someone like me that is a cutthroat businessman and bullshit me. Because I'm going to fling that bullshit right in front of your face. I'm going to fling it right back to you. I don't play that game. I want my people collective self-esteem across the nation to get to the point that I just said. Let's go further to this next point. Launch a national health initiative focused on the illnesses that disproportionately impact black men. Well, if you were serious about that, you would be advocating for us to have reparations, and then we could afford the health care that we need. But let's talk about that. Okay. You want to launch a national health initiative that's focused on the illnesses that disproportionately affect black men? Clean up some of this ridiculous bullshit that they have in the food on these shelves, because today, unfortunately, we have things on shelves that's masquerading as food, but it's nothing but a bunch of chemicals, stripping all the fiber out of the food so that you can buy more of it and eat more instead. Because that way, when you strip the fiber out of food, it doesn't fill you up. That's to help out her corporate buddies. If you wanted to, you would start regulating some of this stuff like they do in places overseas. That's one thing I'll give Europe and other countries credit for. You can't put all this high fructose corn syrup and all this crap that they pack in our food in their stuff. Let me tell you something. For those of my people here that are well traveled, you can verify this, and this is why I always encourage you to travel. You drink a Coca-Cola over here, all that sugar in it. You go drink a soda overseas, it's still sweet, but it don't taste nothing like the crap we got over here. In fact, a lot of stuff tastes different. There's fruits that if you would eat when you leave outside of this country, you'll be like, wow, look at all the flavor in this thing. Man, you go to the continent or some Caribbean country and eat bananas or things like that, you'll notice the difference immediately. You can feel it being more healthy for your body. Look, I'm going to tell you something else. For anybody that stays out the country long term, a lot of y'all going to be able to relate to this. Once you leave this country and get used to eating real healthy food, and salute to Latravia Lawson for the cash out. Thank you very much, my brother. Once you leave this country and get used to eating healthy food, you'll get sick if you try to eat the same stuff when you come back here. I'm telling you, you will get sick. And like Kay Wright just said, no GMOs. If she was serious, why she ain't got somebody talking about that? And I ain't talking about it on the campaign trail, just like you in our faces and you run into these churches. I need to see that type of groundwork from both political parties. We gonna tell these Democrats ass a new one tonight, because they're the one to keep campaigning for our votes like that and cosplaying as us. So that's why I'm primarily focused on them. If it was the Republicans, they'll get the same smoke. Okay. So what I need with any of them that's talking about they got all these great and wonderful policies, why aren't you making more effort to come out here and get the word out? See, family, watch this. For all the money and donations that she's taking in, she set record funds. That means you got enough money to do what I'm talking about in every state you go to. Let me tell you something. When this woman come to campaign, I get it. She can't walk around door to door like that. Okay, I get it. That's a security risk, even though you got Secret Service protection. But you know who can? Your campaign staff. Bitch, every time you touch down in a city to talk to people and do these little rallies, bringing out all these little goofy entertainers, and we going to fry them tonight too. Don't worry. I got it. I need you to put that same effort into your campaign staff door to door. Hey, you want to vote for Kamala Harris? This is what we got for you policy-wise. Fact the business, before she even get in office. This is what we doing. We got this grant program. Come on, let's sign you up, entrepreneurs. Huh? Come on with it. I need to see, I told y'all, proof of concept policy. That's what these people going to have to start doing for us. We can't put them in there and hold them accountable, air quotes. You see how that shit worked out in 2020, okay? We should have learned better than that by now. This last one here. Legalize recreational marijuana and create opportunities for Black Americans to succeed in this new industry. I'm finna go somewhere that's gonna surprise some of y'all. I'm gonna roll with that. Okay, cool. That's what you want to do. Well, this is what I'm gonna need you to do. Don't talk about it, be about it. What you need to start doing is fast tracking Black Americans' dispensary license. It shouldn't be no red tape to it whatsoever, because whether you do marijuana or you don't, whether you like it or you don't, you think it's bad, you think it's good. What you can't deny is Black Americans set the market, set the market on the streets for all these legal dispensaries to come in and make millions of dollars. Or the white people getting all these licenses left and right. You let Black people try to get them. Look, I know some people right now, I ain't gonna call the brothers and sisters' name, that, you know, they finally did get their dispensary license, but they had to go through so much red tape to get it. And then they had to go to another state to get it. So if you serious about that, I need to see some action, okay? Now, let's transition on over here to the right. Oh yeah, we just getting started, family. We got to talk about her agenda for the Latino men. Oh yeah, let me get a swig of water before I get to cooking on this. Oh yeah. Excuse me, bear with me. Had to take a swig of water. Let's get to cooking on this, right? Harris Walsh policy. Kamala Harris will deliver real changes for Latino men and their families. Now, does anybody in my chat room notice the stark difference in the headline of this policy already? Anybody notice the difference? Let me go ahead and point it out to you. Over here, she's just talking about doing something for Black men, which is good, but hey, let's talk about Black America as a whole. Contrast over here on the right, Latino men and their families. So that means their entire community you presenting policy towards, you disrespectful bitch, you. I don't play that shit. All this, see, it needs to be more than just saying, oh, we don't support the gender war. No, you need to be talking like I'm talking. And I'm saying that to whoever's on the sound of my voice. You sit up here and you present a policy to them, and it's for their entire community. You said Latino men and their families. That include their women and their children. But when you come over here with us, you try to play this ping pong ball between Black men and Black women. Let me tell you something. We on code more on code than we ever been. Yes, we got issues with our sisters. Our sisters got issues with us. But right now, we're not playing that division game, not any of us with sense. Let's read this crap over here. Help 2 million workers, including Latino men, get good paying jobs and get ahead in their careers by supporting new training opportunities. Oh, listen how she talking about the Latinos. Help Latino men and others start to grow small businesses with no interest loans or deferred loan payments and fully forgivable loans up to $20K. We will come back to that. More than double the number of first-time Latino homeowners, pay close attention to this, each year to $600,000 with $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. Let's stop right here. Remember how we told all of you goofy shillbillies that $25,000 down payment, this is who it's mainly for? These illegal aliens? Oh, yeah. You thought we were just exaggerating. Well, the bitch put it out on her policy. Let's see you argue with that. Now, from now on, you're going to be arguing with her. She came out here and put it right over here. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, that's for us, too. No, it's not. They're prioritizing them. And if you think that I'm wrong about that, before she started on this campaign, even if you want to just bring it forward to the beginning of her campaign, was she going around saying that this was specifically for Black people? No, she was not. Oh, we're not done. Let's continue reading. Oh, boy, because she got all kinds of goodies for the Latinos. Expand the child tax credit for 18 million Latino children and provide $6,000 for new parents to purchase cribs, diapers, and other essentials. I'll come back to that. Cover the cost of long-term home care through Medicare to help families for aging parents and grandparents and keep them in their homes. Now, family, let's go back up here to this whole child tax credit thing. 18 million Latino children gonna provide all $6,000 to new parents for all this stuff. When the last time that bitch was talking like that, about doing that for Black parents and Black households? Because I want you to tell me, did I miss something, family? When's the last time she said that she was going to do that for Black parents and Black households? See, the difference is, and I want Gen Z in particular to pay attention, because I got something for you tonight in this broadcast. I got proof of something that I said. Got an email, somebody told me that I just made something up. Or, not to do that with the shark. Because when you tell me that I'm making something up, I can verify everything I'm saying. In fact, the business, she going to verify it for me. So that's coming up. But see, let me ask y'all something, right? When the last time you heard her this specific in the language over here? Notice she ain't mentioning nothing about no recreational drugs for the Latinos. Well, they need them good and sober and ready to work for less than market value pay and get paid under the damn table. See, they can take them low-wage jobs when they getting all our tax dollars in these governments set aside specifically for them that we can't get. See, you teach people how to treat you and you don't tolerate this kind of disrespect. From now on, let me just sum it up with this. You let these assholes know in either party that when you talk specifics for other group, you better come talking the same language as us. Fact of business, you better be talking better because you owe us more. And yeah, I said it that way. You damn right, okay? So I had to go ahead and cover that because, man, when I saw that, man, that made my blood boil, man. I'm like, man, you boy. See, and I'm going to tell you what I like about it. The more disrespectful she is, the more she's giving all of us a reason to punish her at the polls come November. Oh, we ain't got long now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we really just a few days away. Oh, we just a few short days away. I can't wait because, see, one of the things that y'all gonna learn when you come back over here, you gonna be like, damn, it went just the way GBS called it. I done told you. I'm doubling and tripling down on what I'm saying. It's gonna turn out exactly like I've been telling y'all. And from now on, you're going to be able to look at certain things where people trying to, oh, I want to say this, I want to say that. No. You've been doing this as long as I have, and then you're as well-traveled around this country, and you pay attention to these things on a ground level, you can pretty much know which way the political wind is going to blow. You can. So just wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking up a big old I told you so pie for a lot of these people because it's going to go down just like I said. So, family, what we're going to do tonight here, we're going to get into breaking some things down from a common sense perspective. And since we're going to do that, we're going to quote one of these old British white supremacist devils, okay? Old Winston Churchill. That's right. Yeah, we're going to take it across the pond to the OGs of white supremacy, okay? Yeah, but see, the reason why I'm quoting him tonight is because I want this to stick in your minds about tonight's broadcast and really about dealing with the system of white supremacy in general. I don't care which political party it is, but both of them, two wings on the same bird. We're clear on that, all right? Let's read what old Churchill said here. Quote, the empires of the future are the empires of the mind, end quote, Winston Churchill. Now, how does that apply to tonight and everything that we're dealing with? Family, you need to understand something. When you look at these agendas that are being pushed by the Democrat Party and the Republican Party, but mainly we're talking about the administration that's in power, you better understand that they know exactly what this means, which means that in order to control the future, they must control your mind first. Now, where it regards to Black America, we always try to tell you, or at least I know I do over here, protect and feed your mind. When your mind is strong, your enemy cannot break you because it will allow you to exercise foresight, be on code, set up proper defensive strategies, set up whatever you need to make sure that you are not compromised and defeated, okay? The other thing about protecting your mind, because it is an empire of the future, you must make sure that you know when to cut the liabilities off and away from you, because you cannot have anything productive or successful if you keep liabilities amongst you. And I'm not talking about, and innocently naive people that have yet to learn, okay? People that are, ignorant in that sense, that have yet to learn, inexperienced, all right? Not talking about them, because we were all inexperienced at one point in time with something. I'm talking about the people that keep doing the same thing over and over, and you clearly see it has a detrimental effect. And not only that, instead of acknowledging that, you make excuses for that. See, you can't save them people, and you got to be okay with that. So you got to let them people go where they're going and keep them away from you. That's the only way we're going to be able to get to where we need to be, okay? Now, there's some people in our community, they want to keep throwing the word grace around and things of that nature. I'm like, listen, grace is for people that make innocent mistakes, okay? That's what grace is for. It's not for people that willfully over and over make bad decisions that are detrimental to the rest of the group. As far as Black America is concerned, that's not what grace is for. See, words have meanings, and beyond that, you apply different things to people on a case-by-case basis. Grace isn't some all-encompassing term that means you can just shit on the floor like an untrained puppy and everybody's sitting in the room and pretend like it's not a turd in the middle of the floor. No, You roll that rug up, throw the turd and whoever took that dump out the house. Okay? You don't have no better sense than that. You can't be in the collective house of Black America. It doesn't make sense for us. Put it like this. I'm going to give it to you this way. If you recognize that there's cancer in a body that's otherwise healthy, you got to remove that cancer for that body to properly recover. You don't leave the cancer there, okay? Because if you do, what happens? It spreads to the rest of the body. We have cancer to cut out of the body of Black America, and we're going to prove that here tonight. So, family, let me reacquaint you with this great liar that they all telling us we got to vote for, and the sassy shillbillies are wagging their fingers telling us if we don't vote for her, we just misogynists and we hate women and yada, yada, yada. Okay, all right. Let me remind y'all who this liar is.
Started on truancy, which is what a lot of people have been hitting my Twitter feed about, how, you know, that program, from their criticism is it separated Black children from their families. She talks about the fact that, you know, yeah, there were a lot of tough decisions that were made, but I stand by them. She's going to have to talk about that more fully. Kamala Harris never sent parents to jail for their kids' truancy.
Quote unquote border czar. Vice President Harris was not a border czar.
Meantime, Vice President and border czar Kamala Harris facing some backlash.
What he said about Harris and immigration was not true. She was never appointed border czar.
And this will be her first visit to the U.S.-Mexico border region since she was appointed as the border czar by President Biden.
People gonna have to counter the misinformation. You already hear folks talking about the border czar. She wasn't the border czar.
President Biden tapped Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, to be the border czar.
Now, she wasn't the border czar. That's what Republicans labeled her.
They were very critical of Kamala Harris, especially in her role as border czar.
Now what she's up against is folks lying about her border record, calling her a border czar.
Kamala Harris, who was appointed as the border czar.
The Biden team didn't declare her the border czar. They wanted her to work on kind of the root causes of immigration.
There has been so much criticism against Kamala Harris. You know, she was the border czar.
Calling her sort of the border czar, which wasn't necessarily the case.
So the border, if they weren't planning to address it in a major way, do not make her your border czar. She met with some of the Northern Triangle countries, but nothing has effectively changed.
So now you see how the media was talking about her before Biden dropped out and after he dropped out. I just wanted to set the table to remind you of how the mainstream media is trying to rewrite this woman's recent history. Never mind her distant past history in California as the top cop. You see this? See, you Democrat shillbillies don't have sense enough to pay attention to what I just showed you, but my audience over here tonight does. Oh, yes, they do. Because, see, this broadcast is going to be even more damning than the last. Oh, yes, it is. We're going to cover everything from pillar to post over here tonight. But, see, before we get into Kamami, I want to go ahead and get this out of the way, okay? Yeah, I got to get this out of the way because, see, her fellow tether here, oh, yeah, we got to analyze some stuff that Barry said, okay? Now, Gen Z, I want you to pay attention to this because I'm going to let this disrespectful big-eared bastard here make these comments. I'm not going to interrupt him, but I'm going to check him after he finishes.
We used to say, so let me get this straight. You're not going to vote, which means you're going to let a bunch of old people decide your future. You wouldn't do that about your music. You wouldn't do that about your clothes. But you're going to let them decide what your future, your potential careers, what the environment's going to look like. You're going to let them decide that? And you're just going to opt out. That doesn't make any sense. And that, I think, is the main message that I have for folks. It's not that hard to vote. And, you know, shoot, you know, people vote for All-Star Weekend. You know, people vote on everything. They're voting on American Idol. You can vote to decide who's going to represent you in our country. For sure.
No shit, Sherlock. Yes, he can vote on who's going to represent him in the country. Most of young America can. But see, here's the thing, Obama. They don't vote just for the sake of voting. You vote to get policies in exchange for your vote, just like every other group does. Then he going to sit here and try to talk to this man like he's a child. See, a lot of young men are not trained on how to stop somebody from talking to you in a patronizing way or like you puerile or infantile. You don't have to curse somebody to bite their head off, but you got to let them know, hey, and look, black fathers, you train your sons to deal with this too, especially if they're about that young man's age. Like, hey, son, anybody come talking to you like that? First and foremost, if you had these conversations with your son, daughters too, okay, daughters as well, you let them know that, hey, when it comes to these political issues, I don't vote off of symbolism, and you're not going to sit here and try to gaslight me talking about old people deciding my future, because you one of them old people, Obama. This old bitch, and I'm going to say it again, is what they're trying to push in front of us, as if they're the younger people. No, you and your old crowd are part of the problem. Because if that young man wanted to vote for someone else, then it's time to chastise him and shame him and tell him he's a misogynist. Oh, yeah, and I got something for that misogynist term here tonight, too. Oh, yeah, some of y'all that follow me on X, you know where I'm going with that. We're going to say that for a little bit later in the broadcast, though. But see, you got to make sure that when it comes to these little weasel mouth worms like Obama, first of all, Obama, you don't have any authority or privilege left to talk to Black America after what you did to my people for 8 years. You don't. Your name is persona non grata in Black America, okay? Amongst intelligent Black people. Now, that old boomer crowd that you still pandering to, oh, man, they think you little tan Jesus walking around here. But the rest of us that are looking at where you left our people and where we are now, with what's coming up, we got the decisions we got to make in this election. You don't have no sway here over us. You don't have any sway at all. None whatsoever. Okay? So now, I want to show you something, family. We not done because, oh, yeah, we finna cook them tonight. Yes, we are. We show you something. We got to deal with this bastard, okay? Al Sharpton, they done drug his ass off from whatever rock that he was stuck up under. And he sat down and talked with this cackling weasel over here. And we're going to analyze this because I'm going to stop this at different parts to intervene here, okay? So let's get started because, boy, they pulling them all out. And see, look, let me tell you something, right? Usually, and don't take my word for it, especially if you're a young person, you do your own research on what I'm about to say. Because anytime I tell you something over here, I don't mind if you verify it. Usually, when a political candidate feels like they got it in the bag or they're up and they've really been stomping hard early on in the campaign trail, okay, because really, you start stomping it like a year or so out. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait until right time to start the election cycle, come up to start campaigning. But if you've really been on your grind and you've been doing that, by the time you done had you a couple of debates, you know, did you a couple of town halls, you know, made all your key rally stops and all the points where it looked like you polling strongest at, hey, they go into coast mode. They don't be steady scrambling this late in the race. Have y'all noticed that? You know why she's doing that and why they got her running around here going to all these hostile places? Like, you know, even the CNN thing with Mr. Whitaker, shout out to him again, made her look like the jackass that she is before America. Then Brett Baer said, hey, tag, let me get some of that. And he finished the job, okay? The reason why they got her taking all these risks and jumping back out here and they pulling out Obama, Eminem, Usher, we going to get to that, is because she's losing. Don't listen to me. Look at the polls. Early voting has started in most of the country right now. She's getting her ass kicked, okay? And this is just the beginning. Oh, this is just the beginning. But see, Al Sharpton sat down because, you know, family, they not done talking at us yet. And don't make any mistake. What he's about to do is going to be talking at us. He's not going to be talking to us because his Democrat paymasters are who he gets his bread and butter from. And they done wheeled all of them out here to try to help this shoe-faced bag of dog shit pull off a victory that she's just not going to attain. Let's get into it.
Me too. I was 17, going on 18. I worked as youth director for Shirley Chisholm's campaign for president. Mm-hmm. And I was stunned that some of the backlash she got were from Black elected male officials saying they didn't want to support a woman. They went with other candidates. I think it was George McGovern.
Not gonna let you rewrite history, you old bastard. Young Black America, listen to this broadcast live recorded. Let me tell you something. You go look up Shirley Chisholm and look up what kind of agenda she was pushing. Plus, she was an immigrant. No, it wasn't just because she was a woman. We're not gonna let y'all play that game as if policy had nothing to do with it. The agenda that she was pushing, feminism, a whole bunch of other things, the same thing that the Democrat Party is on now, that's what she was pushing back then. Don't take my word for it. Go look her up. I know a lot of people like to speak about her in high circles, but see, listen, since delineation, we got to take a second look at a lot of different things. And everything I'm saying is the truth. I don't have to lie about nothing. The history is there for you to verify, okay? So Al Sharpton, I'm not going to let you get away with that. Let's let it continue.
And I hear these people talking about black men that are pulling away from your campaign, though I've not seen any real evidence of that. Do you think?
The reason you haven't seen any real evidence of that, Al Sharpton, is because you don't hang around everyday grassroots black men. Your crowd is the boomer crowd. So, of course, you're not going to see no evidence of that amongst your age range. Oh, no. Your age range is a big part of the problem. So you did tell the truth about that, but you don't speak for the rest of black American men.
I think some of the resistance of some men, black and white, is misogynist. And are you proud to see that most Americans, even being polled, have no problem supporting a woman at all? And I'm one that lived from Shirley to Kamala in terms of these campaigns.
And that's it. I have an emotional reaction to you raising the point of Shirley Chisholm, because it is on her broad shoulders that I stand, and so many of us stand.
Okay. Now, you heard that crap coming out of Al Sharpton's mouth. Let me go ahead and deal with this misogynist term. Brothers and sisters, okay, but primarily you brothers, when certain people keep trying to label you with propaganda and lies, sometimes the best thing to do is to lean into it. And you all know me to be the acronym king. I'm going to give you an acronym for misogynist, okay? Oh, if you follow me on X, you already seen this, but I'm going to give you an acronym, okay? Let me tell you something. Misogynist. Let's go down what this acronym should stand for, because I'm a misogynist. I'm going to go ahead and accept it. You're right. You got me. I'm a misogynist. Damn it, Democrats, I didn't know you seen it. I'm a misogynist. I'm going to tell you why. Because misogynist to me stands for money invested securing our generations yearly, never ignoring systematic terrorism. Yeah, I'm a misogynist in that term. Huh? Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Let me see something. I'm going to see if I can put this up on the screen here, because see, you know, I'm getting, you can call all these names. I'm getting tired of that crap, man. So you got to know how to counter that propaganda with equal measure of propaganda. So since they want to play that game, yeah, I'm a misogynist. I'm going to lean all the way into it, because see, gone are the days where you gaslight black American men and you just put a label on us and we just hold our heads down like, hey, you don't call me that. That's not what I am. Let me tell you men something. You don't let the words of no one else define you. Your actions, according to your community, according to your family, and according to the Most High is what defines you, not these political pundits in either party. They don't have no sway over black American men at all, okay? So we got to get accustomed to letting these people know that whatever term that you try to lean upon us, nah, we're not going to accept that. You don't have any authority to tell us what to do, how to do it, how to feel about anything. We are going to take consensus with our women in the community and do what's best for our families. We're not hearing nothing you got to say. Yeah, let me go ahead and put this on the screen in case y'all want to screenshot this. Hold on. If they want to call us misogynists, here's your term right here. This is the acronym right here that I just read out to y'all. Yeah, that came from your brother right here, okay? Misogynist. Money invested securing our generations yearly, never ignoring systematic terrorism towards black America, okay? So there is something for you if they're going to keep talking about misogyny. Yeah, just go ahead and lean all the way into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because see, let me tell you something else about that when people start trying to label you with things. One of the things you got to learn to do is if they're saying something, if there's truth to it, stand up and say it with your chest. Be like, yeah, that's right. I did say that. Yeah, that is where I stand. I don't care if you said you was going to vote for Trump, Jill Stein, whoever you going to vote for. Be like, okay, if I did, what you going to do about it? Yeah, I said it. So now this whole gaslighting, shaming, and trying to blackmail somebody, and listen, don't you ever let nobody hold nothing over your head like that. That's giving a weakling power that they don't really have unless you give it to them. You understand? So if you want to, y'all can go ahead and screenshot that and feel free to use that. The next time somebody call you misogynist, brothers, there's your acronym right there. Money invested, securing our generations yearly, never ignoring systematic terrorism, okay? I think I left it up there long enough for y'all to screenshot it. If not, you can catch this on the playback and feel free to use that. And if you hear anybody else using it, you know where it came from, okay? So now, we further got to go ahead and analyze something else here, because as you see on the screen here, we got Piers Morgan, Candace Owens, Mark Lamont, Billy Hill, and bless his heart, my brother Lord Jamal. I don't know if they got his paper tied up, but family, when you see this clip here I'm about to play, this is gonna be the funniest thing you ever seen out there if you hadn't had a good laugh. Trust me when I tell you. Because see, one of the things about it is, let me say this before I play this clip. Hold on. Let me say this. One of the things that I'm glad that I don't have the affliction of when I wake up every day in the morning as a foundational Black American Freedman man is having to be beholden to people that if you have an opinion about something or you have convictions about something that you don't want to compromise, somebody can yank your chain and make you change your mind. The minute that somebody can do that with you, you're really not a man anymore. You're not. You're a little poodle, a pet on a leash. And that's exactly what you're about to see here because, man, Mark Lamont Hill, and no, I have no respect for this bastard because when he disrespected our Queen Mother, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, after she died, disrespectful ass, that will never be forgiven in my book. Oh, no. He was too cowardly to hold discourse with this woman when she was alive because she was one of the most brilliant minds Black America ever produced. That woman could debate circles around anybody. A lot of people, once they saw Dr. Frances Cress Welsing when she was living, debate folks, they ain't want to smoke at all because unless you understood what you was talking about, that woman boy would embarrass you and teach you and would do it with a sweet, nice, loving voice. Would never curse, no none of that. She would just give you the facts. And it would be up to you to accept it or leave it. And then the other part about Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, because I must speak on this, sister, we must honor our ancestors now. One of the most important things about that sister when she debated someone, and I would wager to say that this was probably her main objective. It wasn't so much about convincing the person that she was debating. It was about teaching the audience that happened to listen to the discourse between her and whatever opponent was on the other side of the stage. And through that, she has educated many of us. This is why we often tell y'all to go grab her work, the ISIS papers, and read that cover to cover. I'm going to tell you something. I would put that book recommendation right up there with Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad, okay? So listen, we're going to play this embarrassing shield bill. And Black fathers, this right here, this you need to point to this. Roland Martin, Mark Lamont Shield, okay, Van the Crime Man Jones, all these goofies like this, you need to point to them as what not to be to your sons when they become Black men. Wait, listen to this, man. This is going to be hilarious.
That's a fair point. She's not unqualified.
She's qualified. Okay. She just might think she's going to make the wrong choices. My next point that she's not black. The next point that she's not. Let me talk about her blackness.
No, Marco, jump in. We've run out of time. Candace has to go.
Is the biggest point.
Okay, go on, make your big point quickly.
Let's talk about her blackness, please. Talk about the Black experience.
Real quick. Two quick points.
Quick, Mark, quick, because Candace has to go.
The Black.
This boy, you would have thought this bastard was some big overgrown fucking lawnmower. This is ridiculous. Did you see this bastard? This dude is all shaking and trembling like some type of little bitch for this woman that don't even give a damn about his little goofy ass. This is pathetic. You see, Democrats, there's a look. Take Kamami out the mix for a minute. We're just going to put her to the side. Even though she's on the screen right now with her shoe-face ass, take her out the equation. Look at what you have representing the Democrat Party. Roland Martin, Mark Lamont Hill, Van the Crime Man Jones. Every one of these Democrat boule bastards are sassy, inarticulate, unintelligent, cowardly. And you think we aspire to be like them? You think we're going to take advice from men like that? I would be embarrassed to be even seen in public. Well, see, look, let me tell you something about me, right? Let me talk to you for a minute. If I see you and you the likes of a Mark Lamont Hill, I see you in public, I ain't got to be rude to you, but I don't have to have no conversation for you either. I don't believe in being fake. You ain't going to see me taking no pictures with nobody like that. No, man, I don't want that to stain on my legacy. I come from a proud Black lineage and a proud Black family. We don't stand next to cowards and incompetent motherfuckers like that. I don't want to be seen with you nowhere whatsoever. Like I said, I ain't got to be rude towards you, but I ain't got to have no conversation for you neither. I don't do the fake hand. Look, the thing about me, the way I was raised, if I shake your hand or take a picture with your smile, hey man, I'm all right with you. I actually mean that. I don't do it to be insincere. You will never see me do anything like that, okay? My father didn't raise that type of man, all right? So I just want to get that clear. But see, never mind commandment for a minute. Like I said, just go and look at the example, the Jamie Harrison. Oh, my God. Y'all know who Jamie Harrison is, right? The little so-called chair, Democratic Party chair. Look at these men, man. You can't, look, I got a challenge for you. Name one traditionally masculine black man that has a high standing in the Democrat Party. The closest you will be able to come is Jim Crow Joe Bojangles Clyburn. But then again, you can't really hold him up because he's a damn coon and a coward. With his old Uncle Ruckus looking ass, man. So my point is this, even if you sit commandment to the side, man, and tack on that agenda targeting these children, all the degeneracy that they push, no, most black American men worth a damn don't want nothing to do with that damn party. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to turn around and jump up and go be Republicans. So white people, if you're listening, that's not what that means. The power for our people lies in being politically independent because you are a wild card then. They don't know which way you're going to go. And if you vote Democrat one time or Republican one time because they actually come with some tangibles, you let both parties know, okay, we got it right this time. You came with some tangibles. I'll see you again next year. You mean we can't just count on you to come and vote just because of this? No, motherfucker. We've already done that. These are new rules. Each year that you seek our people's vote for anything, you better bring a bag. Like, okay, we at the table. What you got? Well, Laura, we got some collard greens. Ain't gonna cut it. You got some twerking? Nope. Meg Thee Stallion? Nope. I ain't trying to hear it. You, where the bag at? Where the bag and the policies? Well, it's gonna. Hey, I have a nice day, bitch. Get out of my face. Come back when you're ready to talk business. That's how it's got to be, family. You understand? We got to treat both parties like that. You understand? Because that's what you do when you respect yourself in Black America. All right. And then it's not even just about us. We have to think about future generations. You understand? That's gonna be made clear here later on tonight. But see, let me play something else for you because we got to get deep into this. I told you we gonna cover all the bases over here tonight. Yes, we are. Generation Z. Let me talk to you for a minute. Now, this is the part where I told you earlier in the broadcast, somebody emailed me and said that I was capping. Oh, she loves young people. She would never say that. Now, this is the same bitch that was locking up black parents because their kids committed truancy. When notice she wasn't locking up no white women. You can't find not one white woman with a story that when Kamala Harris, okay, whatever the fuck her name is, I don't have to pronounce it right. Kamala Harris was over there as a top cop in California, and where the scores of white women she locked up that had a problem with that? It was only the black ones, okay? But see, somebody told me that I was capping when I said that she disrespected young black people. Oh, okay. Really? Take a swig of this good old water. So if I'm lying and I'm capping, you shield Billies, and I ain't gonna call your name. You know who you are, that EBLB. If you watching this broadcast tonight, put up $100 that I'm wrong about what I said, because if you took that bet, and I wouldn't expect you to pay because you shield Billies, we know the Democrats are not paying you, so you wouldn't have two nickels to rub together, and I don't take monopoly money, you would lose the bet because family, Generation Z, listen to this because she's talking about you. I'm not going to say a mumbling word. I'm just going to play it.
About this population, 18 through 24. They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
There you have it. Oh, I'm capping, huh? To the shield Billies that told me that? I made it up? Really? See, let me talk to you bastards right quick. Let me tell you something. You better stop arguing with people like me, because my audience will tell you if I make an assertion or a claim, even if I don't show receipts, then it ain't nothing for me to go into the shark vault and pull it out. And when I do, you're going to get exactly what you saw right there. I didn't edit that. Those were her words. She said that the 18 to 24 generation is stupid and they make bad decisions. Now, this coming from a woman that was sleeping with a married man out in the open, old low-down Willie Brown. This coming from a woman that went over to a press conference talking to a world leader and said, a friend in need is a friend indeed. This coming from a woman that wanted to keep black prisoners locked up over in California. And the judge had to force her to let them out. She said because they wouldn't have nobody clean the jails. This coming from a woman, remember the recent 32 days prompter snafu? 32 days. Oh, God, the prompter went out. 32 days, ladies and gentlemen, we will do it. Oh, God, turn it back on. This is what's trying to tell you that 18 to 24 make bad decisions? I got a question for you, bitch. When the fuck have you ever made a good decision? You damn sure haven't made good decisions in the last 4 years. Wait, let's talk about that. Bad decisions. Family, would a bad decision be letting millions of illegal aliens cross over to our country and use our taxpayer dollars that we can't get? Would that kind of qualify as a bad decision? I'm just asking a few questions. Would a bad decision qualify as you telling hurricane survivors that they can only get $750 of assistance and relief? Meanwhile, you got immigrants running around here with $16,000 worth of EBT and getting free rent for months at a time. Okay, they tell them don't impound their cars if they get stopped and they don't have a driver's license. They fast tracking them, telling the banks they can't discriminate against them because they're illegal aliens. But I mean, talk about bad decisions. Wow, I could keep going. I'll be here out of breath all night. You're a part of the Biden-Harris administration. And look, shout out to Jim Crow Joe Biden. I know y'all like, GBS, did we hear you say that? Yes, you did. Shout out to Jim Crow Joe Biden because he making it known. She was a part of everything I did. Shout out to Jim Crow Joe. He was like, you ain't gonna throw me under the bus, bitch. You kicked my old senile ass out the party. You try to distance yourself from me. You're like, You was a part of everything I did. Thank you, Joe. That's what we've been telling these goofy shield bills. So why she keep running around talking about on day one? No, motherfucker. You've been in here the whole time. We've seen you. Now, you did your best to hide everywhere because you wasn't really doing anything. But you heard your boy. He said you was a part of every decision that he made. And we're going to have some evidence to prove that here tonight, too. Oh, I told you. The shield bills, I'm going to warn you. Leave me alone. Don't play with me. Salute to the good brother Black Truth United for the cash out. Leave me alone, okay? You will come out better. I'm just going to be blunt. I ain't got to call no names. You will come out better going to fuck with platforms 3 times the size of mine because when I pull a receipt, I ain't going to just start trolling and roasting you. I'm going to pull the receipt and put it in your face and rub your nose in it. You know how when you training a puppy and they piss on your carpet, you get your little ass and rub his nose in it so you know not to do that again? That's how I do your little ass. Except for with you shield billies, I kick you right in your ass and get you out of my face, okay? Figuratively, of course, because I'm definitely nonviolent. Y'all know I'm a peaceful man. Just doing the Lord's word or bringing his truth to you, okay? So that's some advice for you now. Don't ever call me on anything because I keep a Rolodex of hot receipts, past, present, and I can actually somewhat predict the future from some of these receipts, which is what's going to happen when the election results get in here. You're going to see that, okay? Oh, I'm confident about that because I know exactly how this is going to play out. But we're not done yet. Oh, yeah, because I told you there will be weeping and gnashing of Democrat shield-billy teeth tonight. We're going to keep the truth train rolling. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. We got to keep it rolling because, see, I want you to analyze the psychological state of these shield-billies when you start hitting them with these receipts the way I hit them with it. Oh, they have full-blown meltdowns. Y'all remember this? We got to play this one more time because, see, I'm doing this for a reason. I want y'all to listen to how frustrated they are that you, my audience, and anybody across the country, whether you agree or disagree with me or not, it's irrelevant. They're mad because you actually say, wait a minute. I'm looking at people's records. I'm looking at the situation in my community. I'm looking at what my family is going through. I got to make some different decisions. Whatever your decision is, you saying, hey, I can't keep doing the same thing with people that promise me stuff and then you never deliver. And then I watch you do for other people that's not even legally over here. I want you to listen to how unhinged these shield billies are when you think for yourself, Black America. I want you to take a listen.
The fuck are we talking about? Y'all happy with that 85% of black men that vote for Democrats? Y'all think that's something to, oh yeah, but we no, nigga, it should be in the 90 percentile. The fuck is we talking about? raising up my goddamn blood pressure. Because the one time we should come together as a goddamn community to protect black women, we can't do it. I hate this shit. I hate what this goddamn election has done to our goddamn people. You make me hate niggas. I hate you niggas. I swear to fucking God. That's why I stay away from niggas. The fuck is we talking about? That motherfucker trying to tell us that we need to get our ass in gear. That's all we've been doing in these goddamn spaces. How dare you niggas? Fuck all you niggas. I don't even give a fuck no more. Whatever the fuck happened, none of you niggas got $1,000 that you gonna put on your goddamn line for this goddamn election. So shut the fuck up, coming at me any cold type of way, unless you're gonna put some bread up on this goddamn election. Cause I'm willing to do that. Cause that's how sure I am about this shit. Cause that's how much damn for my.
Oh, so you heard this deranged, this Gronald Shieldbill. Oh my God, he was unhinged, wasn't he, family? Oh, but let me address a couple of points, in his little rant that he proceeded to go on. First of all, you heard him say, I hate niggas. No, this election didn't make you do that. You a Sambo and you've always hated our people. This is why you pushing to try to get our people to vote for somebody that sat here and was a part of this administration, like you looking at on your screen with all these executive orders that he signed when he was burning up his pen, signing them left and right for everybody except for black Americans that voted for his ass. No, you been hated niggas. And see, he made a comment, whoever he was, his name ain't even worth mentioning. He made a comment talking about people don't have $1,000 to put on this election. You damn right. Fuck this election. You know where I put my money? $1,000 or better. I put it into helping my community with this relief here. Since we were hit by this hurricane down here in Georgia, Hurricane Helene, that's where I put my money. And many of you brothers and sisters have seen the efforts that we've done. And by the way, thank all of you that have contributed to that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we still not done doing what we got to do over here trying to help people, okay? Got people in a lot better position than they were. But yeah, you're right. I'm not going to put my money on no election. And like you should goofy shield billies and sitting up here bragging about how much money this woman raised when she telling hurricane victim survivors they can only get $750. And then you helping all these illegal aliens over here get all these tangibles from our tax resources, by the way. And then you're going to turn around and try to shame us because we won't give her more money? What the fuck has she given us to even get anything? Let's talk about it. Blood in, blood out. What has she given us for us to be giving her a damn dime? Never mind money. You know what I teach you all about time, right? Y'all, if you've been over here rocking with me since the beginning, long enough, you know what I'm saying? If you've been over here on this channel for at least a year better, you done heard me say this phrase I'm about to say. Time is the most precious, non-renewable resource that any of us have. You don't let anybody waste it. You should be highly offended when someone wastes your time. So what has she even given us to earn our time? This grown-up shield Billy? I'm not going to sit on here and wait on FEMA to help my people, so you damn right. Fuck that election and fuck her campaign. My people need help. And when you in the community and you blessed to be able to help people, that's what you do. So, like I said, shout out to everybody that's been a part of our efforts. I thank you very much. Like I said, all I want to do is see all of us come together like we had to back in the day before, the modern time here during the Jim Crow. We had to rely on each other to survive. Okay, back when it wasn't all these government programs, and even if they did exist, we didn't have access to them then. So a part of the secret sauce of getting Black America back to where we need to be is helping each other. Yes, this government does owe us, and we're taxpaying citizens. It should do for us just like everybody else. But until it does, we pull together and we help each other. Because see, when they get in office, this is what you see. They have executive orders for everybody. But when it comes to us, just like we saw with the California Legislative Black Caucus, we just so hard to do everything for. We just so much different than every other group. But when it comes to them, man, come on right over here. Free grants over here. Hey, man, we got free rental assistance over here for a year. Hey, we going to help you get your first home. Need money to buy a food truck? We got you. Whatever they want, okay? You don't even have to be here. Ukraine. And like I said, I honestly believe that Zelensky is buying his boo thing where he keep throwing stripper dollars over there on him, okay? Boy, you talking about some embezzlement and money laundering, but boy, look, if I was to go into deep dive on that on YouTube, I probably gonna have to put that on Rumble. I don't even trust, putting that completely on Patreon. I might have to put that on Rumble because It's a lot more to that. I'm going to say this about that and leave it alone for tonight. Just remember the saying, follow the money. It never fails. You get to the bottom of everything, okay? But we not done, family. Oh, we are not done by sight. Oh, no. We not done by sight. We got to continue here, family, because, see, check this out. What I want to show you, and I'll keep showing this image for a reason, because this is who they want to be president of the United States. By the time this broadcast is over, this is going to be yet another one to make you think. And any goofy shillbilly talking about, we need to support President Kamala Harris. Oh, yeah, really? Oh, just wait till what I got to show you here tonight. And see, like somebody said in the chat room here, RB says FEMA denying people left and right. Yeah, and right. It's not even people that make too much. They're denying people that qualify for it. I've heard stories and seen it, okay? Which is what prompted me to say, nah, damn that. Let me get with my father, my uncles, and some of my cousins, and we going to get together and do what we can for the people in our community, okay? So that's what you do. You don't just hold your head down, especially when I'm talking to the men, too. When things like this happen with that FEMA situation, they talking about what people can't get. If you are able, you get together, because that's what the men are supposed to do, and say, okay, it's on us. What we got to do for the community, okay? And you get together, you work together, and do whatever you can within your power to help your own people. You don't wait on these motherfuckers. But see, let me tell you something, Commandment. Boy, those two hurricanes, the ones that hit Florida and Georgia here, you think that's not going to affect your election? Because see, what's really going to be shocking, they lost a lot of that loyal boomer voter crowd. You know they were hurricane survivors too, right? Oh, that hit them pretty hard. Now, yes, it's going to be a lot on that still vote for you, but you finna see a dip in them numbers. Watch what I tell you. But see, got something else we got to take a look at, family. We're going to keep it rolling. Let me show you what their next disrespectful campaign is towards Black American men. Now, before I let the rest of this play, let me talk to you shillbillies, particularly you shillbilly women, Black women in the Democratic Party, okay? I'm going to put this on me. I'm not speaking for any other member of New Black Media. I'm not telling any brother in this chat room to agree with what I'm about to say, but it needs to be said. If you think that holding your company over our heads and pressuring us to vote for Kamala Harris is something that's going to sway us to say, oh, man, you ain't going to talk to me no more. I got to vote for Kamala. Let me talk to you. Only the weakest men that aren't worth a damn will let you control them like that, because I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care how well connected you are. I don't care how long I've known you. If you're going to call yourself trying to hold that over my head, get the fuck on, okay? You should have been gone. In fact, I would be kicking myself for not seeing you with that type of ignorant individual. Let me tell you something, man. A man stands on principle. We don't just follow behind men, women, children, or other men when we see that you're wrong. All of this is economically detrimental to our people. We don't have time to support these ski-wee VP black girl magic fantasies, because she ain't even black. That's the first and foremost thing. She don't even claim your goofy asses. The issues that you're talking about, the only issue that she really talking about for Black women is reproductive justice, when it ain't no reproduction in it. You killing kids. That's what you doing. How about you tackle the other end of reproductive justice? Let's talk about what reproductive justice really would be. It's not fighting to unalive children in the room. And no, we're not talking about the 3 exceptions: incest, rape, life-threatening pregnancy. We're not talking about that, okay? Of course, those will be the 3 exceptions. But the other end of real reproductive justice was, how about you tackle an investigation and see what's going on when Black women want to give birth instead of kill their babies? Why they're having such high infant mortality and high mortality rates when they go to the hospital to give birth? How about that? That's what reproductive justice is. Where my sisters at in here? Huh? Am I talking or am I talking? Huh? That's real reproductive justice, bringing life into the world. And see, you can't tell me it's not by design, because if it was, across the board, you would say, well, man, GBS, you all based. That happened to all women. Every time any group of women go into the hospital, hey, their lives are at stake. Look at the damn numbers. Is this bitch talking about doing anything for Black women? See, she can't fool me with that crap. I'm a man. I can actually see what the fuck is going on. And so can most of our sisters, okay? So I'm just letting you know right now. Fellas, anyone talking about walking, let them go. Let them go. They might be doing you a favor because I'm going to say it. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. If they're this blind that they want to sit here and vote for somebody and being the equivalent of the tree voting for the axe, you don't need somebody like that with you. They'll destroy everything that you build. You better think about what I said at the beginning of this broadcast about your mind being an empire that everybody's competing for. Now, instead of letting them own your mind, how about you protect your mind and build your own empire? And you can't protect an empire that you build by having liabilities behind your walls. They have to go, okay? So I just wanted to make that clear, family. We got some tough decisions to make, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to play this latest disrespectful campaign, family, because, boy, I mean, shillbillies, this ain't helping you. The more that you disrespect us, see, you've awakened something, particularly in Black America, especially the brothers, since you keep coming at us disrespectfully. Now it's time to penalize you for this. And the best way to do that, we vote with our feet. We're not arguing with you. The only reason I'm pointing out here on this broadcast tonight because I wanted to be on record. And after you lose, I've said this. Let me talk to you brothers before I play this disrespectful campaign. I'm going to get your thoughts on it. After you lose this election, yes, I want you to start with blaming black men. Even though white women are going to be the main difference makers, mark my words on that. But I want you to blame black men. You damn right, because many of us are saying, no, we're not going to keep doing this. That would be irresponsible of us as black men that care for our families and our communities to keep voting for people that's got policies that detrimentally hurt us. No. So even if we choosing the couch, that's the more responsible thing to do. Instead of going out here and contributing to it, because remember what commandment said? You get what you vote for. And she's right. Okay? So anyway, we're going to play this latest disrespect that they're leveling towards black men. And then right after, I'm going to get y'all thoughts on this.
Have you been here before?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. I bring everybody here. I said I go on a lot of dates, but... Hello, ladies. I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making six figures.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Do you have a plan to vote in November?
Nah, not my thing.
A really nice place. Have you been here before?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. I bring everybody here. I said I go on a lot of dates, but... Hello, ladies. I'm Trey. It's good to be here.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I work in finance, making six figures.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Do you have a plan to vote in November?
Nah, not my thing.
Now, before I ask my audience, especially you brothers, I want you to sound off on this. I have a question I'm going to ask you, but before I ask this of the brothers, let me talk to my sisters for a minute. Let's talk reality and facts, because you know they run around throwing the term misogyny around as if words don't have actual meanings. Now I'm going to show you what the opposite of misogyny is. See, when you really love our sisters, sometimes you have to say things to them that it's hard for them to hear, but you know that you tell them the truth. And as a man, you have to do two things. You say, okay, as a man, I'm doing my job to tell you the truth, and either you're going to accept the truth or you're not going to like it and you may storm off and never talk to me again, but my conscience will be clear and I will have done my job as a man. Let me ask my foundational Black American Freedmen sisters something. Sisters, you saw what the numbers were during the pandemic. Hell, unfortunately, some of you might have been victims of being evicted at those high rates right there. You were the highest group being evicted during the pandemic. And these people are going to tell you to vote for the same administration that didn't put any protections in place for you? Huh? Since they want to separate y'all from black men. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's look at how they taking care of you. Let's go back before the pandemic. The issue I spoke on previously. Unfortunately, all of us probably know a sister that tried to give birth in the hospital and either had complications and lost the baby or unfortunately might have lost her own life. What have they done about that? We're going to leave the men out for a minute. What have they done for black women to make sure that when you're on your job, you get the same opportunities for advancement that Karen that you're dealing with that don't know half as much on the job as you do? What are they doing to make sure that the workplace is fair for you as far as that, huh? What's going on with that? Are they putting you on the same level of giving tangibles to all these other groups? Back to business, compare this. Do your research, sisters. See if you get anywhere near the tangibles that the white LGBTQ community gets. Oh, there's some math for you. See, Democrats, that's what real love for black women looks like. When a man is talking to them from their lineage that say, hey, sisters, consider these things. Never mind what I think. Never mind what you feel. Let's go by what you can verify and that you know. And see that 4-letter word, math, that's going to be your Achilles heel, Democrats. Our women have been done with the okie doke that you've been playing on them. See, if you claim that they're the backbone of the party, you take care of the backbone because the backbone is the support structure for the entire body. If the backbone is weak, then the body does not walk. You understand? So you ask yourselves that. They call us misogynists, huh? Oh, they're not going to like that one. Now, brothers, let me talk to you for a minute. Brothers, that disrespectful ad campaign, I'm asking my chat room live here because I'm looking. I want to see, what did you think of that? I'm going to read your responses. This is your time to sound off. I'm going to read your responses live on air. Brothers that just saw that disrespectful ad campaign, I let it play twice for a reason. What do you think of that? Is that something that's going to make you go run out and vote for Kamala Harris because they're trying, because it's basically a gender divide campaign with a disrespectful asses? They think we can't see that. Brothers, how that make you feel? Oh, I'm waiting. I'm looking in the chat room. I want to see some responses. Talk to me. I want to know if that right there, what you just saw, is something that's going to make you run out and go vote for Kamala Harris. I see my brother Hot One. He said, same thing as get your booty to the polls. Yep, I agree. It came off as a joke. That's what Brother Seven Skills said. Black Truth United says he's pissed. Okay, I hear you. The Lone Wolf Effect says despicable and diabolical from the Democrats. EJ says disgusting shield propaganda. Okay, Mr. Sankofa says that ad was trash. My brother here, Kid Gravity, beyond in the house. Salute to my Jamaican brother from another mother. Salute to him. Good on code brother right there. Kid Gravity says, I hope the whole crew get involved, gets deported. Oh, I'm with you on that, bro. Hey, you already know. I told you. I want the ice trucks riding around playing Vanilla Ice, okay? Ice, baby. In fact, the business, my truck would look like a big block of ice. I'm with you. And I told you, man, when it comes to deportation, I got to have my catapults on deck. I'm steady reading here. Laundromat Larry says disrespectful. Hey, that's a dope ass name, brother. I like that, Laundromat Larry. Michael Williams said it was similar to no voting, no voting. So see, Democrats, the brothers in my chat room have sounded off. They spoken. They probably gonna keep voicing their opinion. You'll be able to see this on the playback. Bottom line, let me tell you something, man. Gone are the days when you disrespect black men and there's no consequence for it. And that includes the non-FBA on code brothers. We not putting up with this, man. You gonna talk to us like you got some sense and like you got some respect, and you're gonna address us like we're grown men. If not, then we gonna show you what you get from us. Nothing. Can you imagine that? The audacity of them to disrespect us, the entire community? Because be honest with you, even though that was directed towards black men, it's really a slap in the face to the entire community to try something like that. See, watch this. Where's the equivalent of that campaign for the Asian men, the East Indian men, the Arab men, Hispanic men? Where's the equivalent of that for the white men? They know better than to try that. Come on now. Democrats see you all, but see, look, they go to show you how stupid they are. If they wanted to try to take that dig at us, they would have put other races of men in there, but nope, not you. Oh no, because you hadn't been properly trained yet by foundational black American men and on code non-LBA men that you're not going to play with us like that. Well, guess what? Next month, you're going to learn. Oh, you're going to learn. Because, see, that's one thing about it. We got time. Oh, we got time to train you. You're going to feel this in this election cycle, okay? So I just wanted to let y'all see that because we're not done yet. Oh, no. We're going to keep this true train rolling. Oh, no, we're not done yet. Check this out, family.
You said
this right here on your screen, I want you to take a look at this. And I said this for a reason because I don't respect this as a man. This is a male. He goes by the name of Dr. or Pastor Jamal Bryant. Now, let's take a look at him before he opens his little broken mouth, okay? First of all, look at his face and his head. He got the same look that most of them have, little bootleg or crowd look. the little pork chop preacher look, okay? But from what I understand, this man has been in several failed marriages. He got like, 6 baby mamas or something. But as today, unfortunately, and I'm not talking about your black church if you actually have a good one, but unfortunately, the reputation of the black church has been made a mockery of because you have clowns like this jumping behind a pulpit that don't understand the separation of church and state. See, I told y'all, if it was up to me and I caught any church violating that, your 501c3 status would be snatched and I would knock your entire damn building down. I sure would. If I didn't knock it all the way down to the ground, I would give it to the community so it becomes some type of community center. Either or. But one thing about it, you wouldn't be practicing that no more, and I would penalize your ass by locking you up for that shit. You ain't supposed to be having no politicians coming through your church trying to sway your parishioners to vote one way or another. But see, I got to go here. They can get that off because they know most of the black church today is full of gullible women that's gonna sit there and pay these jackleg preachers. See, that's the same crowd that'll sit there and listen to somebody like Derrick Jackson spew all that bullshit when it sounds good to you, but it's not good for you. I'm going to say it again. It sounds good to you, but it's not good for you. I want y'all to listen to this bastard Jamal Bryant here, and I'm going to be stopping this where need be to make my commentary.
Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister.
Yeah. Full stop.
And Mordecai was man enough to know that in order for me to be a man, I got to know how to support a woman.
Salute to my first sergeant, some chick named Star, for the cash out. Thank you very much, my sister. I hope all is well with you out there on the West Coast. Good sister right there, man. Salt of the earth, man. We miss you over here, sister. I hope everything's going well. She's busy moving and shaking, doing a lot for the community. Y'all just don't know, man. I brag on some of y'all from time to time because I know what you do. But now I got to get back on Jamal Bryant. First of all, anybody that's in a pulpit that's talking like this, they full of shit because he shouldn't be trying to push political agendas in his church. Yeah, can I get an amen? Jackass. You don't have to talk like that to preach no word. See, that's performative. And that's exactly why most of the young generation ain't in no damn church today. Most of these people in these churches like this that are led by someone like this, because I want to make distinctions between the churches that are not like this. If you said, hey, tell me what's in your Bible. When's the last time your pastor actually had that Bible up there preaching from that? Because it's not supposed to be his word. It's supposed to be God's word if we're going to go there. Most of these churches are the equivalent of fucking nightclubs. These people go in there, hooping and hollering, and don't learn a damn thing about what's in the word of God, and they damn sure not following it. Now, I'm not going to tell you I'm some super devout Christian. Y'all know me. I tell you I'm an open heathen. But damn it, I'm an open heathen that doesn't play with the Lord. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm not going to do. And I can't stand bastards like this that do. Let's go ahead and deal with this whole thing about, okay, in order for you to properly be a man, you got to support a woman. Now, let me tell you something. The best way to support our women is by fitting our God-issued natural role of leadership. And that means direction, correction, and protection, okay? And correction part is something that nobody wants to hear nowadays. Us being men don't have nothing to do with following behind a cosplaying political candidate that has a track record of harming the Black American community. See, let me tell you something about manhood, Jamal Bryant. A part of manhood is when our women become enamored by things because their ears are easily tickled. For those that it applies to, don't get mad at me, ladies. I got to speak this truth. It needs to be said. A part of our job is to say, wait, baby, no. I know it sounds good, but this is what's really going on. Let me pull this curtain back so that you can see what really is. Because, see, a good man understands, especially for those of us that have good women in our lives, a good man understands how sweet, kind, and loving your significant other is. Whether y'all in a long-term committed relationship or you in a marriage. Man, brothers, y'all brothers know what I'm talking about. You know your baby, man, is the most loving thing ever, man. I always wanted to help other people, especially she was raised down here in the South or other places where that's traditional and a part of her values. But you know, as men, we have to stop our women and say, this one right here we're two dead flies, babe. Wait a minute. I know you ain't gonna like this, but it's my job as a man to make sure I protect you And a part of protecting you is making sure that you don't get taken advantage of because you have a kind heart, okay? That's what being a man is, Jamal Bryant. You wouldn't know anything about that, though, but you're going to learn over here tonight if you happen to come across this broadcast. So the flip side of it would be, brothers, that's the job of our women to protect us as men from things that we can't see dealing with other women. Hey, because you know us, especially those of us that are traditionally masculine. Hey, we like to help everybody, man. We like to help everybody within reason. But then your old lady may come to you and say, nah, babe, come here, let me holler at you. I get it, you want to help this health over here, but she involved in XYZ, and we don't need to be associated with these people no type of way. The woman come to you and tell you that, you better listen. Because see, you operate as a team. That's how you protect each other, okay? We each in our natural God-given role. We protect each other. When you part of a team, ain't no iron team. You work together to win, you understand? That's how that go. But see, this jack-leg preacher here, oh, no, that's not the way it goes for him. Oh, no, I'm going to let this continue, and you're going to see what my issue is with him, family, because I ain't done with him by sight.
Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister. It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself.
Yes, our sister taught us all of that, but Kamami ain't our damn sister. None of our sisters look like Kamami. None of our sisters are as socially awkward and cruel and callous towards black society as Kamami. So which sister are you talking about? Because I don't recognize her as a sister in my community. Let me ask my chat room. Family, is it just me? Am I off base? Is this a sister to you all? Is this a sister? Because, I mean, listen, I can be corrected. I don't know everything. Maybe I got it wrong. Am I just barking up the wrong tree here? Do y'all consider Kamami a sister? Is she a sister? You feel free to say what you want to say. I want to know, man, because maybe it's just me. Is she a sister in the community? That's what I want to know. Does she remind you of your mama, your aunt? Because you know, Crime Man Van Jones, he calls her mama disrespectful embarrassment to black manhood that he is. I tell you, boy, when you get with the alabastresses and them brass, they just suck all the natural soul and common sense out of black folks. And that's example of it right there, Van Jones, okay? But see, Pastor Jamal Brown, according to my chat room, they don't recognize her as a sister in the community. Because y'all know what I told you about the term brother and sister. Those are earned honorable titles. Earned honorable titles. Just like the term elder, you earn that in the community. That's not something to be given freely to every person just because they're rocking the same uniform of our skin. Some people are wearing this awesome, honorable uniform of black skin, and they are dishonoring it. They are dishonoring their ancestors, and they're dishonoring us and future generations. So just because you look like me doesn't mean I'm going to call you a brother or sister. I got to see where your mind at and where your actions are towards the community. But we're going to let this jackass continue because I want you to listen to what's about to come out of his mouth next.
Context to the vice president, were you trying to send a message?
That we've got to be able to vote that misogyny is still real in our community. We've got to address it head on and not act like it doesn't exist.
Explain what misogyny is, because this is what they do. The white media were going to pull these little idiots, and look at that look on his face, like a deer in headlights. Man, he looked programmed. Make them explain what that is. See, they know that they can't get them around an audience or other black men and be like, because one of us would be like, hey, man, so you said we got to fight the misogyny in the community. Explain what you mean by that. Talk to me. Because, look, let's be clear. Yes, there's misogyny, just like there's misandry. But we need to make them quantify and clarify what you mean when you're talking about it towards us now. Because if you're going to try to tell me that because we're not supporting Kamala Harris, that means that all black men that don't do that are misogynists. First of all, she's not a black woman. She's a full-blooded East Indian. You seen pictures of her father. You seen what her mother looks like. Ain't nothing black about that woman. Well, her father's Jamaican. No, he got Jamaican citizenship. There's nothing genetically or culturally Jamaican about that man. If you look at that man, that's a full-blooded East Indian. Not going to sit here and play these paperwork games. We were born, but it wasn't yesterday. So we need them to define it. What do you mean by misogyny? Because see, if you're going to tell me that's the reason, See, this dude right here, man, I'm going to tell you what's misogyny, Jamal, since you want to go here. You want to get personal with my people, I'm going to get personal with you. Misogyny is having 6 baby mamas. Misogyny is having all them ex-wives that you got. Because you getting all that 501c3 free money by hustling the church. How you taking care of your family, man? Oh, I would love to talk to some of them. Them baby mamas, what's going on? Because see, you know, you in that church for a reason. You ain't just hustling money. You might be hustling something else. I mean, we seen how Andrew Gillum got down. Oh, yes, we seen it. Unfortunately, we did see it. I mean, it could be, you know, I don't know, but I'm just saying it could be some action going on there. Because, I mean, you know, every one of them in the church, they ain't hunting the women now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, you know, look, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone because, see, the reason why I'm going there, man, usually it's that community that talk like that towards heterosexual Black American men. You're not going to stick us with the label of misogyny because we're actually thinking for ourselves and looking at political records and saying, listen, man, before we support this woman, we need to make sure that it's the right decision for the community. And the best indicator of future behavior is examining past behavior. Let's let it continue.
The reality is if Black men had voted, Stacey Abrams would be a governor. And so I think that we've got to do some real redress that after racism, the biggest ill in America is sexism. And I think it's part of the responsibility of this generation to deal with it head on.
It's part of the responsibility of this generation to deal with you head on. Let me talk to you, Jamal Bryant's out there, because he's one of many. I'm using him as a microcosm for the whole of that cancerous pork chop preacher section of the Black church. Notice I'm saying section. It is their responsibility, and I'm so proud of them because they're taking the lead on that by not coming to your churches and going and emptying out their pockets to somebody that's got a perpetual fucking building fund every year. You ain't building nothing. See, you name for me the Black church, especially the mega church that take care of the homeless, making sure that they have a place to go. Name for me the Black mega church that has a daycare center for sisters when they don't have anybody to watch their children. Name for me the Black church when some of these race soldiers pull down our people and they need legal representation. Where you at? You got money for Learjets, you got suits and jewelry and more cars than some of these rappers, but you're not stepping forward to handle that. Where's the Black church saying, okay, these schools seem to be failing our children since we got all this money and I'm a mega church. Family, we're going to announce a change in the church today. Mr. Jamal Bryant and the rest of you, where are the ones of you that would say this? We're going to turn half the church into a school. Because if the Jewish community can do it, we can do it. We're going to turn half the church into a school, and we'll take the responsibility of educating our children ourselves. You're not doing that, though. No, you want to bring politicians in that don't do a damn thing for the community, and you don't even advocate for nothing I said, but yet you willing to come and wag your finger at us talking about misogyny? Negro, if you don't get the fuck out of here. But see, let me tell you something. We're not done yet because there's a component to this, another component that we got to deal with right now. Now, this little shaved testicle head looking bastard right here is a disgrace to Jamaican people. He's not a tribute to and an honor to Jamaican people like my good brother Kid Gravity Beyond. That's an upstanding Black family man right there. And I can vouch for that, brother. Let me tell you something. If GBS vouch for you, I don't do that lightly because I don't say that about very many people on this microphone. I really don't. He's not an example to Jamaican people like my good brother Kid Gravity that's over here taking care of his family 10 toes down and handling his business. This is Jason Hill. Now, if you're saying, GBS, you're going a bit hard on him, well, you're about to see why, because I'm going to tell you, he really sounds like a batty boy to me. He really do. And if you think that I'm wrong about that, well, I'm going to let him speak, and then we're going to come back to that and address it.
Jason Hill is a philosophy professor at DePaul University, joining us this morning as part of our series looking at Black History Month. Professor Hill, you wrote a book, What Do White Americans Owe Black People? How did you answer that question?
My argument is that reparations, by and large, have already been made to Black Americans through the 1964 Civil Rights Act and through affirmative action programs, through cultural reparations, I argue, have been made through Black Studies programs, and basically, you know, the 1972 Employment Act, and that a free society can really go no further in making restitution to a group of people who might have been suffering from the residual effects of slavery.
Now, family, before I finish going in on this shaved testicle head looking bastard here with glasses, I made the assertion that he might be a part of the Batty Boy community because he's not in Jamaica. He's up here, okay? I made the assertion because let's go over a couple of things that leads me to think that I'm correct about this, and you all can make up your own mind. I'm just going to tell you what I hear and see. First of all, he's talking with little pursed lips like a bitch. You sitting up here with tinted purple translucent lenses on. Boy, ain't nothing masculine about that. Your attire is completely off for a masculine man. And then you speaking with a trembling voice. Put some damn bass in your voice, man. Come on, man. You feminine sounding fuck boy. You gonna have the nerve to bring your bitch ass over here after my people paid the way for you to come over here and tell us what we shouldn't have? We don't ever go to these people's countries and tell them what their people shouldn't get. We don't, look, you can't find a foundation of Black American freedmen that will actually have the audacity to go to somebody else's country and tell them that. Let me tell you something. The countries that I've been to, I mostly go where Black people are, okay? I don't ever go there and get involved in their political stuff. Look, let me tell you something. True story. I got friends of mine that will tell you if they start asking me about some stuff that's going on or they talking about their culture issues, whatever, I politely bow. Hey, man, I'm just a visitor here, man. My opinion don't even count. I want what's best for y'all. I want what you want for your people. That's about as far as I'm going to take that. Because one, I'm not informed enough to speak on their everyday issues. Number two, even if I was informed, I'm not a citizen of that place. My bloodline isn't tied to there. I have no right to speak on what they should have or should not have. That's up to them. And again, I've had conversations with friends of mine in other countries that, they respect my intellect and acumen and opinion on things, but I respectfully tell them, hey, man, I'm not qualified to speak on that, and I feel like it would be disrespectful. No offense, but I'll let y'all talk about that amongst yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, it would have to be something on like a geopolitical level, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll comment on that. But anything local amongst their people, no, that's not my place to get involved in that. So see, this is why delineation is important. We got to put these people back in their places, man. They've gotten beside themselves and they've gotten super arrogant with this disrespectful behavior because in their mind, they come over here thinking this is the white man's country only. No, this is ours. We built it. They're running things. They're in control. But this land is ours and we're not going anywhere. We're going to get our just due on our soil. We're not running all over the place. We're not cowering down. We're not going to be quiet to make you comfortable because you over here trying to be a mascot for white supremacy. No. Now, if you don't like that, Jason Hill and anybody like you, then you can get the fuck out my country. Go back to where you come from and make your country great. Let's let it continue.
Are those financial reparations?
No, because there are no slaves still alive today. There can be no, on my reasoning, going by the logic of the Civil Liberties Act of 1988, there can be no direct financial compensation.
Antoinette in Philadelphia.
Now, did you hear this? Because, see, this is that line of thought that they all go on and see. They get this crap, whether it's continental Africans, Caribbean, white adjacents. They get this crap about, well, we can't compensate anybody because there are no slaves today. Oh, no. You're not going to pull that. Because I'm going to tell you why reparations is not only a legally owed debt, we're going to tell you why it is due today. We are the descendants of those who were enslaved here in this country, in America. We ain't talking about other countries. We're talking about here. They worked our ancestors with free labor, and the results of that is still here in this society today. We're damn sure going to get a piece of that because we're owed that, okay? Oh, yes, reparations will be paid. So you don't come over here talking about, well, there's no slaves today, so there can't be any direct compensation. And furthermore, you see, and boy, this is something that drives me every day to continue doing the work I do on and offline. When you look at that brother and the brothers and sisters up there in Oklahoma, because now it's just two sisters left. The brother, he passed. The elders that were there fighting, trying to get reparations for what happened during the Tulsa massacre, okay? And they sitting there denying them sisters like that. And then, see, this is what should inspire you, family. Let me tell you where I get our strength from real elders like that. As heartbreaking as that was for them, they said they're going to keep on fighting for that while they're still living. Now, you tell me that I'm nowhere near their age, because they like, what, 101, 90, something like that? If they hadn't got tired, what the fuck I look like getting tired? All that does is embolden me. And then it cements in my mind the memory of their sacrifice. Because, see, this is why I talk the way I talk. A lot of people, why you calling Command Me out of name? Why you say you don't care about Jim Crow Joe being senile? Because of what I just told you. See, it's one thing for you to say something towards me and my generation, but when I see you mistreating our elders that have sacrificed for us and then that still stand up in their infirm years and still try to fight for what's right, oh, I take that ultra personal. Oh, I take that ultra personal. Especially when you have a little prick like this, Jason Hill, come over here and you disrespect my people talking about what we shouldn't have. But see, family, don't worry. I don't even need to check him because, see, you finna hear somebody check him in just a minute. And see, this is going to be a lesson that they don't want to teach young foundational Black American freedmen girls how to think and articulate themselves and stand up for their people because they are the first teachers of children. And if they teach the children, they teach future generations. They don't want to teach our young girls this. But see, here's going to be an example of how sometimes all the heroes ain't on a stage or in no movie or nothing like this. Because this sister right here that's finna check this bastard, this is one of my heroes. I'm going to let this play.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning. I'm calling because, if I may speak, I've been a foundational Black American all my life. Reparations is the law. Now, sir, for you to try to speak for me, and you're not even from this country, you're not even a part of the cause and effect of slavery. A lot of our problems stem from slavery. We've never had an opportunity equally. We've never had a chance to. We've had inventions that were stolen. We have our language that was stolen. Everything was stolen from us, and now what we are doing is demanding what is owed to us.
Okay, we'll get a response. We'll get a response, caller. Professor Hill.
First of all, I'm not speaking on behalf of you. Second of all, you have no business telling me what I have not or have not experienced in this country. I came to America when I was 20 years old. I lived in the Deep South, and I've lived here for 38 years, and I've experienced myself as a Black man living in America.
No, that sister had every right to check your punk ass, and the men in the community are going to back her up. Because, see, you better be glad that was on the phone, because it's done got to a point now that kind of disrespect, I'm going to tell you like this, man, some of you disrespectful tellers going to get hands put on you for this bullshit. We're not playing with y'all about this. You came over here off the backs of my ancestors fighting for your punk ass to be here. You flee and tether you. You don't tell that sister she don't have the right to check you. You damn right she do. This is her house that you in. You are a guest. All of us who are of this soil, of this lineage, have a right to check you. It don't matter how long you been here. You came from somewhere else and you ain't ever gonna go back there. You know you don't want to do that. So it's irrelevant whether you was here for 3 years, 38 years, 300 years. You do not have the authority to tell us what to do, what not to do, and you damn sure not gonna be bucking talking about we can't check you. Oh, I beg to differ. We gonna show you better than we can tell you. All this babbling you talking about, every opportunity that you have is because of my ancestors. I want you to listen to the rest of this, family, because see, we gonna have to get this straight over here. And kudos to that sister for having the temerity and to name our lineage and let him know that he was out of pocket. Talking about a Black man, first of all, most of your people don't claim Black like that. They'll tell you, hey, I'm Jamaican, not Black. Not all, but I've heard it enough times. So all this, now you want to latch on to Blackness? No. We run the yard on that here in America. Let's let it continue.
My name is Jason Hill, and I came to this country as an immigrant with $120 in my pocket and went on to become a college professor. I'm the author of...
And they love telling that same lie about how they come over here and didn't have but $120 in their pocket, $10, $15. Oh, but you're not telling how you got access to all them programs and set-asides that gave you money. Grant, see, I guarantee you get to talking about people like that, talking to people that know folks like that. It's always more to the story. They're going to let you know exactly what they was getting, how they was funded. Because, see, here's the real kicker why you don't tolerate that disrespect from anybody like him in the tether class. Notice I said tether class, not all Black immigrants are tethers. Those that like him and the Candace Owens, those are the tethers. You don't tolerate that because the first batch of them that came over here as exchange students during Jim Crow and after that, they weren't staying with white folks. Think about it. It was impossible for you to do that because regardless of what you think in your head, you still Black to them. They wouldn't think about it. Which white family was going to take in an exchange student from Jamaica or Africa or anywhere? Huh? You better be mighty white looking to you. Well, you could pass if you were going to do that then. That was our people putting you up and taking you in and showing you the ropes and feeding you and making sure that you was protected. We ain't playing that game, man. Those of us who are their descendants, we're not going to let you do that, man. See, we know who our families are. It's personal for us because those are our grandparents putting in that work back then. Some of them took you in and supported you. And then for you to come over here and disrespect my people like that, oh no, it's not going to be tolerated. But see, family, I told you, I'm going to cover all the bases here tonight because y'all know where we finna go now. Oh yeah, we got to go here. Oh yes, we do. We got to go here and talk about this. I want to play this brief clip for you because see, everybody's flustered and confused and chastised and wagging their fingers at black men, talk about what we should do, what we better not do, and all of this. This is Michael Smirkonis from CNN. Now, I played this on a previous broadcast, but I'm playing it again because see, I want you to pay attention to the disrespect, and they're just steadily watching us. He don't talk to white men like this, okay? He don't talk to his own group of men like this, all right? Why don't you listen to what he's about to say regarding our decisions and this upcoming political process here?
When I played that audio on my SiriusXM radio program on Thursday, many callers who self-identified as African American were quick to tell me that those men were the exception, not the rule. Some described them as low information voters, no different than you'd find among whites.
You see how he tried to throw that in there at the end? As he made a little anti-black racist comment, no different than you find among whites. No. Let me tell you something, Marcus McConish and the rest of you clowns. What we decide is black America, that's none of your damn business. You have no sway or say over that at all, especially when you're talking to men. None of us, but especially the men, since you want to direct that towards us. You better sit your ass down and go take care of them dwindling birth rates and all that meth in your community. You got bigger problems to worry about than putting your business in our people's affairs. And if you had any real sense, you better turn your attention toward this border crisis. Because, see, the reason why it's really affecting you more than you thought it was going to affect us, they're coming over to the neighborhoods that you live in, Marcus McConish. They coming after your women and children to violate them. They don't want nothing from the niggers. Hey, they're like, ain't no money over here where we at. They coming where you at. So you better get focused on the right thing. And see, why they telling you to vote for this skiwi VP here with her shoe-face ass for president? Let me show you something else where they ought to be ashamed of. Because see, some of these people, they have no shame whatsoever, family. We got to talk about your boy, Mr. Herpaderp. And yes, I'm saying that. I don't have to say allegedly because I proved to you his own words where he was talking about his condition. Mr. Herpaderp, yeah, that's right, ladies. I'm going here. I told you, this is the channel where we piss everybody off, okay? So if you're mad about that, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Mr. Herpaderp here. He was on The View recently. Oh, yeah. Salute to the good brother 400 for the cash out. Thank you very much, my brother. He was on The View recently. Talking to Joy Behar and the rest of them damn harpies on here. Now, I want you to listen to him while he was on The View, and then we're going to analyze where he transitioned to because you remember what I told you in the previous broadcast? The uh-oh folder, they pulled it. And you know the diddler is out here diddling everybody. You know he's got all his secret tapes of all his diddling affairs. I believe Usher probably got the call after this because at first he was talking one way, then he going to be talking another way. Let's examine this.
You're supporting Kamala Harris in this election, I understand.
Yes.
Well, good for you. After the assault on the old guy last night, do you feel sorry for him or at all?
You know what? I feel sorry that I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was actually performing at Barclays and felt a little irresponsible to have 14 people's undivided attention on something that they really should have been focusing on, which was the debate. I mean, it's been a lot of talk this morning, huh?
But you know, Taylor Swift has now endorsed Kamala Harris.
Yes.
And she...
Now, let me pause this right here. Listen to how they're talking to him. Now, you heard him say he said he's endorsing Kamala Harris. Okay, Kamala Harris. My bad. I keep doing it's Kamala. I don't give a fuck what her name is. Let me tell you something, man. She sit up here and tell him about what Taylor Swift is doing. Now, Usher, Mr. Herpaderp, is where I really lose respect for your punk ass because of many other reasons. But right here is where I really put you in the same seat as I did Roland Martin when he was talking to Richard Spencer. Okay, we all saw how that went. A black man worth his damn nuts would have told Joy Behar and the rest of them, hey man, what you telling me about what Taylor Swift done for? Do I look like a little white girl? I'm a black man. I don't give a fuck what she does. Okay, now you don't have to put it in colorful language as I just did. You could tell her, listen, hey man, whatever Taylor Swift do, that's her and her people's business. Why are we even talking about this towards me? It's okay to be curt with people when they try you like that. Oh, not Mr. Herpaderp, though. Let's let it continue.
It was I thought, very smart the way she did it. It was like, you do your research and you decide for yourselves, but I, a single cat woman, as she points to, I am voting for Kamala. Do you think, I always say that in this emergency that we're in, I think that behooves artists to come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump.
Wait a minute, Joy Behar. They're artists and entertainers. What do you mean you think that in this crisis we're in, the artists should come out and speak for Kamala? No, bitch. She should be able to speak for herself. You know why? Because she wants to be the commander-in-chief. Well, in her case, the cackler-in-chief. She wants to be the commander-in-chief of the United States of America. Now, family in my chat room, are any of you comfortable electing a woman that needs other people to speak for her? If you a leader, you're supposed to first and foremost speak for yourself and the American people. Why do you need so many other people to speak for you? But see, we've all seen many times, if I displayed over here, why she needs people to speak for her. This woman is a blithering fucking idiot. That's right. Kamala Harris is a damn idiot. That's not my opinion. You've seen it on display multiple times. Multiple times. So that's what I would have asked her. But see, I'm a man. Mr. Herpaderp here, he's just a victim for all types of things that, you can't get rid of. Let it continue.
Because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics. I didn't get a chance to watch the debate last night. I obviously have been watching like everybody else. I think voting is an individual choice. And I think that you're right. You have to look at the reality of the country that we are and the country that we want to be, and find the candidate that you feel both are who fits the category of where we want to be. And that's it. And that's what you vote based off of. Who you highlight and how you choose to highlight it on whatever platform you have is your prerogative.
Yes. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, it's your prerogative until you say that you're going to vote for somebody other than the damn Democrats. So, I mean, don't leave that part out, Mr. Herpaderp. Now, that's how he was talking on The View, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's how he was talking on The View. But see, now transition to my city, Atlanta here. But see, let me go on record and say something, because see, it's my responsibility as a native of the city to make this clear. Everything you see in the background, those are paid shields, okay? Because they only put the paid shields up front. Those are not people that are indicative and representative of Black Atlanta, okay? Now, are there a lot of Democrats here in the city? Yes, there are. But I'm letting you know that front row, take a good look at it, okay? The ones that have them signs, I'm just putting y'all up on game. The ones in front of camera shots, because they plan all these things very strategically in these political campaigns. The people right behind the speakers, all those people are paid Democrat shields, that operatives, that people that they're on their staff, that they made look like they blend into the crowd, okay? Because see, this is the thing about living in a city so long. You know your people, Black, white, whatever's in your city, people, you know your people. Those are not average, everyday people, okay? Those are people that are planted out there for, the effect of how it looks behind him. But see, old Herpaderp, he got the call. Oh, he got the call. If you don't believe he got the call, if you don't believe that he got it bad, pun intended, look at his face during the duration of this speech, okay? Don't believe me. Believe his face. Let's let this play.
I love you more, but I love Kamala Harris even more. I want her to be our next president of the United States. And we can do it, but we're gonna do it together. One more time. We ready? What? Come on, Georgia. What? One more time. We. Hey.
Now, I'm letting this part play for a reason because remember what I just told you about plants? Let me talk to you for a minute, man. Where my Georgia folks at? No matter what part of Georgia you from. I know those are plants because, especially if mostly it was black folks in there, when you do a chant talking about we ready down here, boy, we turn up, man. If we really into that, that's how I know them people ain't us, man. I know my people. You hear me? I know my people. You come out and you talking about something we really dig like that, and you talking like, man, listen, dude, we'll blow the roof off the place. They sound like, but they really do sound like some Democrat plantation slave. They're like, they sound like, we can't talk too loud, master, get mad. That's what they sound like. That's not our people, man. Listen, you hear this loud voice on this microphone here, huh? Listen, that's how my people talk, man, okay? Nah, that ain't it though, man. That little unenthusiastic chant you got going on, I know I'm right about that, man. Them are shields, man. But see, Mr. Herpaderp, his face tells it all, man. He looked like, boy, he got the same look on his face that Jalen Rose had. Y'all remember that? The same look on his face that Jalen Rose had when they made him come out and apologize because he offended that little alabastress on ESPN. Remember that? And don't believe me. You watch him while he's reading this speech here, man. He looked mighty uncomfortable up here with his little peanut head ass. Let it continue.
Thank you so much. Vote early. Let's do this. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Herpaderp, sad. See, let me talk to y'all for a minute, man. Dude, I know a lot of people live vicariously through celebrities, but you think back to what I said earlier in the broadcast. If you got to wake up, you have access to millions of dollars, but other people control you. They can pick up a phone and tell you what you better go do, make you apologize after you state something publicly. It's your natural convictions. You're not really free. That's not existing in any form of manhood. You can tell he was saying that under duress, man, because they gave him the call, man. And see, this is what happens when you don't have ownership. This is why we preach ownership and actually having things in our community that we own, operate, and control, because then can't nobody yank your chain like that. If you decide not to do something or do it, it's your decision only. But see, when you spend years not building and not investing in things where you're not under them people's thumb. See, this is what a lot of them do. They get comfortable being fed by corporate America. Nah, man, I get it. If you get started and you got a talent, okay, you get in and get your foot in the door. But at some point, you're supposed to reach a transition phase and you're supposed to pull what Dave Chappelle did. You're supposed to pull what Eddie Griffin have done, huh? You're supposed to pull what anybody that's independent and ain't relying on them folks. You're supposed to be able to be like, hey, man, fuck you. You want to be in positions like Cat Williams, man. Well, when you get in your bag, it's not tied to them or dependent upon them, but see, you got to have confidence in yourself to do that. And see, ownership is a part of you maintaining your manhood and womanhood. Well, that way, when you stand on something, all they can do is not like it because they're not feeding you. They're not feeding you what they check. They can't hold a check over your head, huh? So my point is, don't live vicariously through these people. They're not really free because every one of y'all saw that look on his face, huh? Usher, no matter what I think of him and his condition, I mean, he knows how to hype up a crowd. He is a world-class performer. Can't take that away from him. Did that sound like that's what he was doing, huh? I will give Meg Thee Stallion credit. At least she came out there with some energy trying to do the damn thing, even though it was despicable and, ridiculous. But, I think I made my point about O'Hare there because, see, we're not done yet. Oh, no. We got more to examine. Yes, we do. Remember when I told y'all earlier that, Jim Crow Joe wasn't going to let Kamami get away with trying to distance herself from him because, they just decided to kick him to the curb. Regardless of him having 14 million votes, they're like, you going to kick me in my senility? away from this party and this position after all I've done to oppress black people? Huh? Oh, I'm gonna get you look, we've seen him wearing Trump hats out here and everything. Man, you know that man ain't happy with the way they did him. Huh? Oh, and I'm not caping for him. I'm just saying, man, I want y'all to understand that he did get 14 million votes, regardless of how we feel about anything. They selected Commandment, and that's the ironic thing. They run around talking about Trump being a dictator. You tell me what sounds more like a dictatorship. You not running a primary and letting the people choose a candidate, or actually having a primary and letting people select who they want. Sounds like, the former is dictatorship to me, huh? But see, draw your attention to the middle of the screen here, the middle right-hand side of the screen. Does anybody recognize who that is, family? Can you tell me who that is? Can you smell the tub wash greens that's cooking in this shot right here? Because there's some pretty high-profile people up here, but none more high-profile than the two in the middle. On the left, you got the man of the senile hour, Jim Crow Joe himself. And on the right, who we have over there? Can we get it in the chat room one time? Because, maybe my eyes are not so good. I want to make sure that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. The middle right-hand part of the screen. Who is that, family? Talk to me. Who is she? Does anybody know her name? You know what I'm saying? Ah, yes. Yes, that's a good name for a Two Black Truth United. Kamala Harris. Yes, this is Commandment. Okay, Mr. Watch Greens himself. Listen, Democrat Shields, you said her day one is going to be, when she wins against Donald Trump, which she has no chance of doing. You said her day one was then. Well, this looks like this was, day one here. Okay, this was well after day one, to be honest with you. Let's go to a blast from the past and play what Jim Crow Joe had to say. Y'all thought y'all was going to distance yourself from y'all. This is the Biden-Harris administration. And she's sitting right over there on the other side of the screen.
We cannot make significant progress on racial equity. This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Now, let me pause it right here because, see, you think about what he said. Oh, boy, he had some zingers in there. Boy, this country is doomed, and not just because of African Americans. And you shillbillies let that and all the other disrespect he said slide towards our community. If you don't vote for me, know you're going to vote for me or Donald Trump, you ain't black. Just all the disrespectful shit he said and done in policy towards our community. Then he told us what the deal was because, see, you want to know something ironic? At the time that he made that statement, the taco tellers didn't outnumber us here at that time. They didn't, but he was telling us what the future was going to be. See, this was before, the floodgates was wide open. Y'all going to have to get more comfortable working with Hispanics because they make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do. He was telling you right here what he was doing here with his CBP One app and his open border policy. Hey, you see that? Now, how you feel, Shillbillies? Oh, see, I told y'all, man, when you start emailing me talking about I'm capping and making up stuff, boy, you must not know who you talking to. I've been doing this a long time. On and off, summers and winters, okay? When you challenge me on something, you better damn well know what you're talking about, because I do. I will embarrass you with nothing but the facts and clown the hell out of you when I do it too, okay? So now you see, Biden-Harris, she was right there and she didn't object to nothing that he said. She didn't say, wait a minute, Joe. They did vote for us. The Black American community is the reason why we're in office. We got to put some policies on the table. She didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing. She sat her little long-faced ass up there and went right along with everything that he was saying. Everything. Oh, but we're not done yet. Oh, no, because I told y'all, man. When I twist the knife in, I'm going to twist it deep. Family, this is something that I can't say enough, and I'm going to tell you why you hear me saying it. I'm proud of Black America at this juncture in our history as a whole, but particularly you sisters, I'm trying to make sure I give you all the encouragement and praise you need because this is needed. Let me tell you something. You have a very important role to play coming up here in this election process, from what I'm seeing, the On Code sisters, we don't need everybody. We just need enough. And I think we have enough to make the message loud and clear to them, because, see, let me tell you why I'm saying this for any men that happen to be listening to this. Why you always bigging up these sisters? Listen and learn. First and foremost, they're coming at us as black men. Oh, they chastising us, wagging their finger. They know that they can't do that to black women, because that is the main portion, that they vote for the Democrats in larger numbers than black men, even though it's similar, but they do vote at higher rates. They know they can't come disrespectfully open to them like that, wagging their finger. So this is why they're not really pushing back against sisters like what we're about to hear right here. And see, this is where you sisters are the wild card at, because, see, I think about everything in terms of warfare strategy. When you have the enemy in a position where they can't strike at you, that's when you let them have it with everything. And in this case, I'm speaking in figurative terms, intellectual based, okay? Let them have it. You signed off and let them know your displeasure about this woman. Let them know that you're not having your ego stroked. Let them know you're not buying any empty platitudes, symbolism. Let them know that you are paying attention to policy and math, and that you want everything that's coming to these other communities to come to our community, so that you and yours can take care of your family, okay? Family, this is their worst nightmare, seeing this many sisters come out here speaking against this heifer. So without further ado, I'm going to play this. I'm not going to interrupt this sister, because she is going to do nothing but straight cook with hot fish grease. Let's let it continue.
I think that the reason a lot of the Kamala Harris supporters get so upset when they see anti-Kamala social media posts is because they know wholeheartedly that what you are saying is true, and they just refuse to admit the truth to themselves. See, I don't get upset when I go on social media and I see somebody bashing Trump. And for one, it's because I believe Trump is the better candidate, and I believe that he's going to win in November, because I believe the American people are going to see that. And another reason I don't get upset, too, is because people have every right to bash him. He's running for office. And I also know that Donald Trump is a big boy. He can handle himself. But when it comes to Kamala Harris, people get so upset to the point where they're almost defensive, almost as if they feel like you have no right to talk about her. They don't mind you talking about Donald Trump and about how bad he is. But as soon as you mention her, people feel like they have to protect her and shield her as if she's a 5-year-old girl. I think the reason they're doing that is because they know she's incompetent. They know she can't hold her own. They know she is not cut out for the job, because if she was cut out for the job, she would be able to stand up and take everything that's thrown at her.
Mississippi. Ooh-wee. See, this is why they hate when sisters take to these platforms and make it known. This is why they hate it when people go out here and do those man on the street interviews and they talk to everybody. This is a large percentage of our sisters talking like this time around. So you got to understand something. Democrats, you had it good when the economy was set up in such a fashion where they could somewhat ignore some of those things. But now you're looking at a situation where these sisters are paying attention to math across the board in every state in this country. Okay, every state. The jig is up. Okay, it is up. The jig is up. It is over with. You're not going to be able to play them games on our sisters anymore. Okay, they are wide awake and they're standing lockstep with foundational Black American freedmen men, and they're telling you, you don't get any votes from us unless you come with policy. Some of them going to choose the couch. Some of them going to choose Trump. Some of them going to vote third-party candidates. Okay? But what they're letting you know is the gone are the days of getting something from them for nothing. Because, see, that sister right there, she was channeling the spirit of this ancestor right here, okay? This is what they don't want to see, y'all coming back and reaching back deep in foundational Black American freedmen roots and pulling from women like this. See, they want you pulling from the Meg Thee Stallions, the Suki Hunters, the Sexy Reds, and all these other empty brain dead thought pockets that they troll out here. They don't want you speaking like this sister right here, because, see, this right here, this is what the backbone of the spirit of foundational Black American freedmen women is right here.
It's still a very rough place. You know, people is not just walking up like they used to do in the past, walking out, you know, shooting a man down or getting maybe 200 or 300 people carrying you out and lynching you, but it's in a more settled way. You know, they can let you starve to death, not give you jobs, These are some of the things that's happening right now in Mississippi. See, Mississippi is not actually Mississippi's problem. Mississippi is America's problem. Because if America wanted to do something about what has been going on in Mississippi, it could have stopped by now. It wouldn't have been in the past few years between 40 and 50 churches bombed and burned. You see, and this lead me to say, all of the burning and bombing that was done to us and the houses, nobody never said too much about that, and nothing was done. But let something be burned, by a black man, and then, my God, you see, the flag is drenched with our blood. Because, you see, so many of our ancestors was killed because we have never accepted slavery. We had to live on it, but we've never wanted it. So we know that this flag is drenched with our blood. So what the young people are saying now, give us a chance to be young men, respected as a man. As we know, this country was built on the black backs of black people across this country. And if we don't have it, you ain't gonna have it either, because we gonna tear it up. That's what they saying. And people ought to understand that. I don't see why they don't understand that. They know what they've done to us. All across this country, they know what they've done to us. This country is desperately sick, and man is on the critical list. I really don't know where we go from here.
See, our ancestor, rest in power to her, Fannie Lou Hamer. She said that years ago, and now we seeing foundational Black American freedmen women pick up the torch and run with everything that sister said, because see, we have to finish the mission that those like her started. See, Democrats, now, since we've gotten our culture together as a people, all the things that this entertainment had us distracted on, okay, and see, this was the blessing of the pandemic. As tragic as that was, a lot of us lost loved ones during that time. But the silver lining was it put everything on pause that had us locked in a state of distraction and started making us think and talk about things and reflect on why we're in the condition that we're in. And it reminded us, and we reminded each other of the work that we have to finish and pick up the torch and finish running with that till we get to that finish line. This is something that you're not going to be able to turn off or put back to sleep, because see, the more you disrespect these younger ones, I spoke about this in my good brother Tariq Nasheed's recent X Space. You created generational synergy between lineages. That wasn't your intention, but between Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z, oh man, you woken up a hell of a sleeping giant, Democrats. Thank you for that. Thank you. And like the good brother Dad Miller TV says, we're representing for Fannie Lou Hamer, not Fannie Willis. I like that, brother. Hey, you absolutely right. That's exactly what our sisters are doing. But see, when it comes to us as brothers, this is the stance that this brother said back in the 60s. This is the stance that we're taking as foundational Black American freedmen men. Because see, that's the dope thing about our lineage, okay? And for those of you in Gen Z, I want you to make sure that you take my words to heart here as a Gen Xer talking to you, because you are the future. Just like we're looking at this right now to remind ourselves of what our mission is and the ancestors that came before us, what they were fighting for. You chronicle everything that you're going through now so that future generations will know what they're supposed to do to hold the line, okay? Because see, Democrats, you heard what Fannie Lou Hamer's had to say. When you have a Black foundational Black American freedman man talking like this brother's gonna talk, and when both of us are on the same page together in this present hour of our history, oh, your day is done. In fact, white supremacy as a whole is done if we hold the line and stay together. And see, this is why we're not going to tolerate that gender war. Brothers, I want you to listen to this. If you never heard this before, I want you to let your Black sons listen to this that are of age to hear it, okay? If you're not already teaching them things like this. And I want you to tell me if this brother was all based about anything he said back then, because it applies to present day.
Just because white people think they're better than black people and they want to oppress us and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the big, I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that
want
white people think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you've tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him.
And I couldn't have put it better myself, family. I couldn't have put it better myself because, see, let me talk to you. That clip you just saw right there, when they see the men and the women speaking like that towards them, let me tell you the thing about white supremacy. Fact of business, remember this about warfare as a whole. Warfare is about deception. Because, see, when white supremacy see that, okay, they're not looking at us like, you know what I'm saying, we going to just come in and infiltrate anymore? Okay, this is where they go get the Barack Obamas and the Kamala Harrises. Oh, you didn't think I was going to thread that needle, huh? They go get a little tan version that's kind of like you, but not all the way. Preferably one of you got a white parent or something like that, or was raised in Canada like Kamami, okay? Then we can kind of bring them on in, okay, and have them do our dirty work for us because we know you're going to be on alert against the Alabaster people. So we'll get Alabaster adjacent over here. Yeah. Huh? That's how it works, family. That's how it works. And see, for Democrats, you've run out of tricks to throw. What else you gonna come up with? That's the great thing about it. A lot of people are frustrated about where we are in this election cycle, but ask yourself this question: what else they got? They've done everything else they know to do, and we've seen all the plays before. But so now, those of us that are aware of what I just said, it should be ultra hard for them to pull the wool over your eyes. Now, the Democrat shield billies, hey, those are the ones that we have to get comfortable leaving behind. The rest of us that are on code, we're going to go forward and we're going to make the decisions that are responsible, that actually put our community in an empowered state. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to sit up there and keep doing the same thing over and over again. And see, then I got to come back to this because I want to leave Gen Z with a reminder of why it's so important for you to let these people understand that you're not going to get started tolerating disrespect like this. For the shillbilly that told me earlier that I was capping when I said that she was disrespecting Gen Z, I'm going to play this one more time because I want this to stick on the way out.
About this population, 18 through 24. They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
Yeah, that was just Kiwi VP. Yeah. You know I had to put that in there one more time. Gen Z, let me tell you something. You teach people how to treat you. My recommendation to you is this, because as your Generation X brother, I'm going to stand beside you and help you do whatever you need to do by way of giving you knowledge and resources and a helping hand and an ear to come to when you're confused about things because of your inexperience in life. Here's some advice I'm going to give you that I want to stick with all of you in Gen Z that might be listening to this. You make these people pay for disrespecting you like this at the polls. You don't tolerate this. Whether you choose the couch or whatever candidate you're going to vote for, you be like, oh, okay. And then look, let me tell you something. This is what I really want to see. This is something I'm hoping that the younger generation in particular gets together and does. That 18 to 24 or 25 bracket. after this is over and she loses, because I'm going to stand on that, you let them know whether you have to do it in your own community or you go to a town hall meeting, be like, listen, you're not going to talk to us like this. Use that clip that I just showed you there. Like, you're not going to talk to us like this when we're the future of this nation and then expect to get our votes. No sane person would do that. Nobody in here would support somebody that disrespect you directly to your face like that. You are young adults. And as leaders of the future, it's time for you to understand that you let these people know they're going to treat you like young adults, not children, okay? That's where we going with it, all right? So, family, I think I've made my point here tonight. Thank you to everybody that contributed to the broadcast. I hope that all of you will study this, or if they do anything to it, y'all know it's going to be on Patreon, okay? In fact, the business, I will put it, if they do anything to it, I will put it in the tier where everybody can access it, all right? Everybody will be able to access it. But when it comes to everything that they try to pull here, I think I packed this broadcast with everything you need to go ahead and debunk and rebut everything that they try to throw at you. Whether they like it or not, we are going to move into an empowered state together as a unified Black America, the men and women. That gender divide stuff ain't going to work, because if you're not coming with policies and tangibles for the whole of the group, then the entire group is going to tell you, get out of our community and don't come back until you have some business to put on the table. That's it, family. Salute to you. Take care of your families. Black first. And I will see you all in future content.